Live from Dead Pit Studios South. Welcome to No News is Good News, where the news comes first, even if it sucks. Your shitty news reporters are Uncle Bill, Stuntman Mark, and Rambo Rough Life.
Howdy, everybody, and welcome to like a long-awaited edition of No News is Good News. It's been a long-ass time since we did this show, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember. Like, it's been at least 6 months, hasn't it?
I want to say, yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, this is the 4th show that we've done. I was like, there's got to be more than that. We've only done 4 of these over the fucking, like, year. But, I mean.
When was the first one? Do you remember?
Oh, Jesus. No, I'm not good with dates anyway, but, like, I'm definitely not good with record keeping. But we are going to get into some really, really shitty news tonight for sure.
Oh,
and hopefully we're going to get into some actual like decent news as well, but that'll be towards the end. Michael Felsher, what the fuck are you doing in here? What the fuck? You need to be working on that trick or treat release and leave us.
Get the fuck same thing. Like, get to work, buddy. Take our money.
No way. Yeah.
At this
God
point,
damn it, what is trick or treat?
Felsher, at this point, don't you know you could charge $55 for that easily? Like everybody else is. I mean,
that's right.
You can make a damn fortune. You'll be swimming in gold doubloons like Scrooge McDuck. But anyway, how are you guys doing?
He wants to do is on the Elm Street. What should be on the Elm Street box set? Listen, there should be a commentary on each movie.
Mm-hmm.
Each movie get a documentary, and get the 4K, boss. God damn it, Felsher. God damn it.
He says it ain't gonna be that cheap. It's gonna be $75 made out of diamonds, diamond encrusted steelbook. There's an idea for you.
Oh yeah.
If that's the real Michael Felsher, that's for making fun of me for saying I want Murder by Phone on Blu-ray. God damn it, Richard Chamberlain. I know you made fun of it the last time I checked. I want that not just on VHS. God damn it, Murder by Phone.
I'm pretty sure that's the real Michael Felsher, by the way.
Yeah, that comment looks like something he would say.
I'm all for it. But hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Like the holidays are upon us, and we've all spent way too much money, I'm sure, at this point. Mark spent $8,000 on Blu-rays, 4Ks, and cocaine. So
yeah, that's right.
That's okay. He did 2 cocaine deals and made up for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why he's got the green screen. It's hiding all his canisters, like Brian Cranston has.
Fucking Breaking Bad, yeah.
Cryptic material.
Michael
Felsher, you're on. I'll pay it.
There you go.
I'll pay it. That's about 2 Vinegar Center releases, so I'll pay it.
That's true. At this point, you can buy 2 Severn titles or that. So.
I'll do it.
Anyway, for those people that are not familiar with this show, it was basically where we talk about like god awful news stories, and there's never a shortage of that. Like,
no,
bad movies, bad news stories, horrible happenings in the world of entertainment, and there's never a shortage of any of that to talk about.
Especially with the horror genre, isn't that funny?
That's true. That is very true.
For it to be like the black sheep of like all filmmaking, it seems like it always gets picked on the most and abused and used up. So,
but you know what? When you need a film to come out and stay pretty consistent in the top 10, like horror films always do for some reason. Like Thanksgiving,
it's true.
If you look at, I saw a like a comparison list of from like the first week to the second week, like in terms of like how films drop off. And Thanksgiving was like had one of the lowest drop offs from the first week to the second week, meaning it made almost as much money the second week as it did the first. So I mean, you know, I fucking hate Eli Roth. We all know this. This is not a secret or anything like that. And congratulations after 23 years of making a good fucking film, you know, for the first time. But I mean, I gotta say, Thanksgiving is a good slasher film. It's like an 80s slasher film. Like, I mean, there's nothing else you can say about it, really.
Yeah, I had a blast.
I haven't seen it yet. It says a lot. I haven't seen it, but it says a lot that your favorite horror film is an Eli Roth movie. So that shows how much this year just sucks.
Yeah, I mean, think about that for a second. I never in a million years thought that I would ever even say that, but yeah, fucking dude, actually, he did it.
Did you ever watch Haunt for Halloween?
I did
Uncle Bill?
not, Mark. I apologize
Oh,
profusely
man.
for the errors that I've made.
Well, the reason why I bring it up is because Eli helped get that movie made, and I know he did some script changes, mostly with the character stuff. But I think you'll enjoy that one too. It's pretty fun.
I will. I'll eventually watch that damn thing. I know I will. So you ready to get this thing kicked off though? Okay, first in the chat though, we got Bog Zombie, we've got Prebinator, we got Ken Carlson, Michael Felsher. Who knows how long he'll hang around? He's got shit to do. You need to be on a computer doing graphics or some shit. Get music rights more than likely.
Get those slip covers pressed.
Seth Draken, Scratch Burno, Punisher Batman fan, Blu-ray Addict, Texas HXCX65, Vanderhoff Rules, J828, Money Saving with Mimi, Rat Hammer. I love Rat Hammer. Magic Hands, Adrian James. I always at this point forget if I've said the same people or not, but Big E68. Is that the real Big E?
Probably.
Yeah. He's got nothing else to do right now, but all right, guys. So I wanted to get started though with this story because this story's been going around for like about a week or so. There's several parts to it and they're all kind of fucked up. So I thought it would be pretty funny or at least like amusing to talk about. So Scream 7.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this or not, but Melissa Barrera was fired from this film. Apparently because she made some sort of comments about the Palestinian Israeli situation and ended up getting fired because apparently like you can't say anything about that right now. By the way, just as a side note to this, don't ever say anything about that situation. Anybody, don't fucking say, I don't give a damn what your opinion is. Just don't mention it because everybody's getting fired or like canceled or anything. So Melissa Barrera out of the film, and Jenna Ortega didn't come back apparently due to money. She wanted more money. They didn't want to pay her more money. So she just walked off.
I thought it was scheduling conflicts.
That's what it was originally reported as, was that she was going to do Wednesday. And that's what I thought it was too. But apparently there might've been something to do with like that she actually wanted more money than they were willing to pay her. And I'll be honest with you, who gives a shit? Because I didn't think she was that good in those movies. She didn't need to be in those movies. Like,
I would want to say she should have been fired for being shitty at her job, not for the whole political stuff. I'd be like, good, she sucked her job in Street 5. Look at her ghost boyfriend that for some reason looks younger and bad CGI face. Or Stream 6 in the hood, or Back from the Hood, or where the hell his nickname is. She should have been fired for giving a shit job at her performance. So good. I don't care that she's fired because Stream didn't need to be 7 movies.
No,
ridiculous.
I mean, honestly, like all those characters are kind of interchangeable. I couldn't tell you. I don't even know which one Melissa Barrera was. I have no fucking idea. Like still to this day, I don't know which one she was. I'm assuming, this is just a guess, that she was the one that was like Skeet Ulrich's daughter. Okay. But like, that's
because she had that stone face, look at his ghost face, or his, well, not the actual ghost CGI Skeet Ulrich, 20-year-old. For some reason, wearing the same shirt he died in, and somehow she visualizes that when she wasn't even born yet. But you know,
well, you gotta have that. You know, you got to get that off.
Great
How
writing.
the hell she got that? But yeah,
osmosis
dug him up. But so it's like two of the main stars of that whatever. I'm not even gonna call it a franchise. It's not really a franchise at this point. It's like two horrible movies back to back. But two of those people have been fired or let go or walked away or whatever you want to say at this point. and I don't know that it matters because that franchise is kind of like interchangeable with anybody. You can put anybody in those roles. It's like Friday the 13th, or it's just it doesn't really matter. I will say that like I'm not I'm not a huge fan of like canceling everybody for saying shit, like just freedom of
Right.
speech kind of stuff, but
Mhm.
whatever you want to fucking do, I guess. Also, I will say that Jenna Ortega was much better in Wednesday than she was in those movies. So,
I agree.
she's better off, is what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, everybody would be better off if they just left those movies. You just don't be in Scream. The new Scream movies, you'd probably be better off.
So what's the thing? They're going to now dump a whole lot of money to Nev Campbell's lap and Patrick Dempsey's lap to come back.
That's what I was thinking.
Apparently, that is
The
actually the plan.
The reunion we all needed, I guess. Nev Campbell and Patrick Dempsey.
I mean,
that's no shit though, Rambo. Like the idea, from what I can gather, for the new Scream film is to focus on Nev Campbell and Patrick.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna die.
If they're going to end it here, which I know they won't, the ideal thing would be to more than likely make him the father of her kids, because we didn't see who that was in the 5th film, if anybody even cares about that. But if you're closing it out, why not wrap it up? They seem to have some sort of a relationship at the end of the 3rd movie. I say just end it here with this one. They won't, though.
They won't, no.
What if they have a kid and the kid ends up being the killer?
Well,
like they have a kid. Scream 3 was 99 or 2000, 99.
Mm-hmm.
So if they have a kid, even within a year or two, he'd be of age. And then the big reveal is like the kid's the killer and he has mommy issues and whatever.
That could be 100%
a thing. Happen, yeah.
Yeah. I know she has kids in the 5th movie, but you don't focus on the camera doesn't focus on them all that much. And again, like I said, they don't show the father, so they could have had a 3rd one. You could do that whole thing, but they're not going to leave it alone, man. I just really wish they had stopped at 3.
I know what Uncle Bill wants.
What's
at the end of Scream 7, Nev Campbell kills everybody, and then the ending's like Sleepaway Camp, but Nev Campbell just with that face going.
She's got
here's what
a dick or 2 or what?
Here's what would be the perfect.
That'd be another twist.
2 dicks. Yeah, that'd be a twist. Here's the perfect ending. To me, if Nev Campbell just fucking killed everybody and then just shot herself in the head, we're like, that's it. End of the series. We're done. Can't do anything else with it. It's like, dude, I'm so done with Scream. I can't even tell you like how much I don't want to see another one of those movies. But we got a super chat real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Reynolds says, "Hey Matt, Uncle Bill, and Marky Mark and his Brady Bunch." Okay, that's killer. So Matt, what do you think of the 4 pictures with you riding a horse, carrying a sword, and ready to kick some ass? Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah, he put on my Facebook with AI, and it was me riding My Little Pony horses for some reason. And my dreams come true. That's what I dream about every day, with a unicorn up my ass. It's the best prostate exam ever. I appreciate the nice gesture. It's not my cup of tea, but I appreciate the gesture, Bobby. You're always really nice and generous. So, but it's not. It's not for me, but I appreciate the gesture, man. You're always
good
nice.
job, Bobby. Keep it up, please, for my personal amusement in that case. Rat Hammer says, "Is this the Melissa Barrero of Palestinian descent?" Yes, I believe that is the same one. Ghostface in Space is coming soon, probably
from Blumhouse.
Yeah. Do you think Scream will make it to 10 movies? 100% think it'll make it to 10 movies eventually. Yeah. As depressing as that is. Bronson's in here and he says, "Happy holidays. Hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and hope you're all staying warm as well." Okay. I kind of agree with this. Ortega is a ghastly actress. She needs to cancel her contract with Hollywood. She's not great, but she plays certain roles really well, I think. Blue Addict says they're trying to get Nev and Patrick back, but I can see them declining to come back. I can't. What in the hell else are they doing, really? Like Patrick Dempsey's going to do that Thanksgiving 2 shit,
That's
no
right.
doubt.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, could be another. That's not really bad news to me, though. That's
Mhm.
actually good news, amazingly. They're
Yep.
making another Thanksgiving movie.
And he says he's taking his time. He's not trying to rush it out. So good for him.
Let's see here. Yeah, so Biggie brings that up. I know we're into Scream already, but I heard they're already making a Thanksgiving 2, and I hope it's good. Yeah, it's amazingly, like, it must be amazingly hard to fuck up a movie like that because Eli Roth didn't. So
Mhm.
that says a lot. Are you working for CNN, Mark?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm on the payroll.
Yeah.
How you think his connections for cocaine from CNN?
This That's what's going on with Anderson Cooper. He's all fucking jacked up on coke. Ortega is making a career out of playing a golf version of Dark on the MTV show. Okay.
Yeah.
good
I
point.
mean, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
No. It's on my Facebook. You'll find it there.
Show the picture. I heard Ortega will be in Beetlejuice 2 if it's made. God knows that movie will ever be made.
They're shooting
No, it's
right
being
now.
made now.
Mhm.
Is it?
There's pictures.
You hear this shit all the time, but like,
There's pictures
never
from
know.
the set with him with the makeup on.
Mhm.
Looked like someone got a Bugatti on his face. I'm sorry, Michael Keaton does not look good in Beetlejuice nowadays.
I can't imagine what
How
he
old
looks
is
like.
he?
He's got to be in his
70?
70s, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he's like 70 something, I think.
Like
Did not
that's
need it.
Hollywood's thing, though, man, is getting these fuckers out there and just exploiting them for whatever new sequel or franchise film they need to be in. Look at Indiana Jones; he's 80-some years old, and
That's true.
Yeah,
ah,
and he looked it because he could barely move. That's why 80% was CGI.
man, if you things are not going well for the action stars of the 80s. If you look at it, Bruce Willis has got dementia. Harrison Ford is 80 years old. He can barely move. Steven Seagal is just Steven Seagal. That's enough. I mean, yeah,
He's in Russia hiding from the
yeah.
either the tax man or the cancel man. He's hiding from someone.
I think that I don't know who held up the best. I guess wasn't Stallone because his head's all messed up now, man. Like, I mean, he's had so much plastic surgery and stuff done. Like, I guess Schwarzenegger or Van Damme, one of those two held up the best, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway,
I guess Van Damme.
yeah, I mean,
once he got his bipolar calmed down and realized he had it, yeah. You don't really hear him other than goofy, like, that's crazy.
You know what's a good idea when you have bipolar? Those do a lot of cocaine, which is what he was doing.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Yep.
Oh, and then Dolph's not doing too good either.
No.
Yeah, he just got last I heard he got over cancer.
Oh, he did? Okay.
I think he's doing better.
That's good.
Because there's an interview and he said someone told him he only had like a year left to live.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he went to other people and thankfully they went into and it shrunk down. So knock on wood, thankfully doing well. But he needs to these guys, you don't kill yourself on screen. Just retire, enjoy your money, do interviews, just relax. You guys have done enough.
Dolph Lundgren's one of the weirdest action stars ever, though, man. He's like, what, 6'5", 6'6", like built like a brick shithouse, but he's got like a master's degree in chemical engineering or something crazy. Like,
yep.
It's like, what? None of that fits, but.
Yeah, pretty much he got, his dad was not the nicest guy, so he trained himself to protect himself from other people that would do that. So he studied karate. Then Grace Jones was touring, met her, got a little flame with her. She took him to the U.S. he went up for movies. He's Blinking You Missing, the James Bond film, A View to a Kill, like a bodyguard. That's the one out there with Christopher Walken as the bad guy. And then went up for Rambo 2 or Rocky 4 and picked Rocky 4, which made sense. And there you go. So still one of the more underrated guys. His early work, there's a lot of good stuff there that all got crapped on, sadly.
Yeah.
Here's some interesting stuff, though. Speaking of all these people. So Steven Seagal held a woman hostage in my hometown. Y'all remember that?
I do vaguely remember that, yeah.
Like, it was like a...
What?
Yeah, so like, yeah, well...
Because I heard the story that someone was driving and like he pulled him over, but I never heard the hostage.
Right. He was a cop in, I think it was Louisiana or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was I don't know if he got charged for this, but apparently he was like, he had a woman in his house, like that he was using for sex or something like that. And then like,
oh, okay.
And she claimed that she was basically like hostage. I don't know. I don't remember a lot about it. I do also remember this story too. Do you remember a few years ago when Harrison Ford was piloting one of those World War II fighter planes? He crashed into a golf course and walked away without a scratch.
That's wild.
And he's probably 75 years old at that point too. So Harrison Ford is a fucking T-800 or something. I don't know.
Don't die, kids. Don't die.
All right.
Don't die.
Let's see. You got.
I think you got 2 super chats.
We do?
Yep, they are.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Willem Dafoe is in Beetlejuice too, yeah.
That's a weird
He
cast
put up
decision,
some on his Twitter.
I'll talk about William Dafoe in a minute, though, after these super chats, because he's one of my favorite actors. Bobby Reynolds says, sometimes it's great to have fun with shit and the giggles with those kinds of imagination from having fun.
Appreciate it.
Question for Bill and Mark. Would you rather watch Godzilla World Apocalypse or Spider-Man Lotus?
I definitely know what the hell that is.
I'm just going to tell you right now that I fucking hate Godzilla films, and I always have. So I would probably pick Spider-Man in that case.
Oh, you don't want to watch that, trust me.
Yeah, Matt's told me all about that Spider-Man, so I'll probably take that in this case.
I'll briefly mention it. So this is why it gives fan films a bad name. They got a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars to make a 2-hour fan film. If you want to see a Spider-Man mopey and cry for 80% of that, and there's like 5 minutes of a guy just walking, and Sally, the streets have no name, is that on the fucking soundtrack? Because that's what it visually would look like. Oh, and then Spider-Man sees a sick kid and then puts all his problems on this kid who's dying within a year. So instead of cheering up, he's like, let me tell you about my problems. This is going on with me. Let me whine to you about my problems. Oh, and then the director.
I thought we kind of saw that in Spider-Man 3. Like, what that? Remember
tenfold in there.
Yeah. He was like emo, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it got on the news, the whole fan film, because without giving the details, one of them said the N-word and the other said something about homosexual people.
That's great.
One was the star writer, one was the director, and then people heard about that, then they saw this movie, and I'm like, this movie sucks.
Always a good idea, by the way, to pull that nowadays.
Oh yeah, perfect idea. Well, I guess the word is, real quickly. Apparently there was a guy that knew them for years. And I guess those two stiffed him on something. So he held on this information for years. Then he released it years later as his payback for being stiffed or whatever happens. So there you go. Just be a decent person, people. They'll help you in the long run.
That's the lesson for that. For sure. I'm sure you guys have heard about this, though. The new Karate Kid movie with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. the remake is now canon with the original franchise.
Yeah.
I don't like Jackie Chan as fucking Miyagi or whatever role he's fucking playing.
Han. I think his name is Han or
Yeah.
something.
Wasn't he? Okay. So in the one, I never watched the one completely with Will Smith's kid, but
Yeah.
he was not Mr. Miyagi in that, right? He was some
No.
other, but he was
They
like,
were
that was
different characters.
that was who he was supposed to be, I guess. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
The
Like
mentor.
that kind of thing.
Well, it's
So
called the
is
Karate
he-
Kid, but they're doing kung fu. There's no karate. It's called the Karate Kid. There's the
Well, the Kung Fu Kid just doesn't flow. God,
I guess not.
but what the fuck? I mean, I don't know what your guys' opinion are. That's why I never watched it. I just couldn't imagine the idea of Jackie. Like, I like Jackie Chan early, like 80s stuff, but like just Jackie Chan and like Hollywood, the Hollywood system, I've always kind of fucking hated. Maybe Rush Hour, but I don't know. Other than that, it's been real spotty. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, same. Rush Hour is probably the exception. There were a couple of other films that he did after. Those weren't very good and they bombed anyway. So, yeah, I'd rather not see him do anything. I'd say he needs to retire. He's up there too, isn't he? He almost like 70 as well or some shit.
He's got to be. He's got to be. And man, no, he's a 70 in terms of like, who's probably got a lot of injuries, a lot of broken bones, a lot of fucking like, yeah. I mean,
yeah, he has a hole in his head from a stunt that went wrong.
Yeah, he's not 70 like he had a bunch of stuntmen and shit. He's 70 like he did all that stuff and probably feels every bit of it now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel bad for the dude.
Yeah, there were a couple Hollywood films I didn't mind them, but I don't like seek out his stuff. I mean, I think the last one he did was some crappy looking one with John Cena, and the fact I had John Cena just made me want to avoid it like the plague, because I can't stand that guy. I can't stand his acting. I can't stand his face. I can't stand his non-wrestling. I can't stand anything about him. He's how UB feels at Jay Gyllenhaal, I feel in John Cena.
I know you hated Cena that much, damn.
But listen though, your time is up.
No,
and
I
his time
do.
is
I
now.
think he has no talent. It made sense why he said you can't. Yeah, I can't see you because there's nothing there. Nothing there but the thin air.
His career is kind of like stalled here lately. I've noticed. I didn't mean to hit that because, like, I mean, he was going pretty well there, especially when what was the movie that came out? Shit, help me, Mark. You know what I'm talking about with all the superheroes.
Oh, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, when that one came out, like that was kind of the pinnacle of him, you know, in movies. And then after that, it just kind of because he did a spinoff of that, and I don't think it did very well. And then
like a series or something.
Yeah, things just
HBO Max. Yeah,
but what do I know?
He's got the Fast and Furious franchise. Don't forget about that.
Don't even start about that fucking franchise.
Well, he died in the last one, so unless they bring him back again.
Oh, dude, everybody comes back. Nobody's dead in that franchise.
This is killer. Yeah. Almost just got in the fight in the Buffalo Wild Wings parking lot. Have a great show, guys. I'll have to catch the replay. All right. I'd love to hear that story, Foz, whenever you get a chance.
Yeah.
Must be some good Buffalo Wings.
What's up, JoJo? Whenever anybody's name is JoJo, it reminds me of fucking Chris Jericho in the early like WCW, and he would JJ Dillon, he'd be like, "Do your job, JoJo." Call him out.
I think Carter Denson had a super chat.
Oh yeah, hold on. Did I pass that one? I did. Yeah. Sorry about that, Carter. Seagal, another cop.
Yeah, I heard that
me and a buddy over. Yeah, that's one of my favorite stories that has been on here.
I did Seagal, man. My arch nemesis. I swear. Steven Seagal was Big Mac.
What do you think Seagal's doing?
There's literally a movie where a dashboard, there's McDonald's on the dashboard in one shot. Just scatter of it's one of his direct-to-video films.
Well, he
bought McDonald's in Russia.
This thing's got a
bought McDonald's in Russia.
So why do you think somebody asked? Why do you think Skull's in Russia? Like, what is he doing in Russia?
He's buddies with Putin, so
Apparently,
maybe
that's
he's
true.
hanging out
Yeah.
with him. So I think, I mean, why not stay if you're that tight with the president?
Sincerely, it's because he's hiding from getting his big old butt arrested over here. Because, in my opinion, I think a lot of the allegations are true. Because he absolutely seems that type of guy. I think he knows it. He's a guy that pretends to be tough, but he's not really that tough at all.
You're saying he's a
even
wanted
ran away
man in the
from Van
States?
Damme. I'm saying there could be a possibility if he's around. I mean, I just think it's kind of weird that started talking, and then he moved out of the U.S. at this pretty convenient timing. Didn't do it 5 years before. Just it was convenient timing. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and yeah, for killing that guy's dog too.
He's an insane narcissist, and it would none of that would surprise me. Like,
Yeah,
the dude is just off the rails, kind of delusional. Did you watch
Oh, yeah.
Peacemaker, Rambo?
No, I did not. I did not mind the film. The Suicide Squad is one of the few times I didn't mind John Cena in, but not enough to watch a TV show. No. I mean, there are exceptions, but I'm just so sick and tired of superhero stuff.
Me
Again,
too.
there are exceptions I watch, but I'm so sick and tired. I honestly wish there was not another made for at least 10 years. I really do.
I don't think they'll ever take a break, but they're definitely stalling, like right now.
Yeah.
This is going to be the best question of the night, 100%. We got a super chat from Bobby. If Fabio's having a wedding and invited you guys to go to the moving catwalk, would you do it? I'm 100%.
Well, first,
catwalk.
Of course.
Sure.
You got to work.
That'd be an experience. Work it, Chris. Yeah, work it Chris Farley style.
I don't know, Matt, if you're interested in this that much or not, but like I saw this earlier and it's ridiculous. Actually fits in with this show. I saw the April Fool's slipcover on Reddit for Fatal Games from Vinegar Syndrome. I didn't pick up the movie yet, but I guess I'll have the scratch off slipcover. So, Vinegar Syndrome had this promotion where you paid $10 and it was supposed to be like you were helping with film preservation, and they said they would send you like a gift in return, right? So the gift turns out to be this slipcover for this movie Fatal Games, and the slipcover is like a retro. I don't know if you've ever seen these like 70s, 80s cards that they used to make that have a bunch of scratch off things around like a enemy, and like if you scratch one, it'll say like hit or miss.
Okay.
Or you know what I mean? Like that was a game that was popular around that time. But the slipcover does kind of look shitty. I'm not gonna lie. Like it looks kind of ridiculous. But that's what you got for the $10. That
money well spent.
That's Be waiting to put that up on eBay soon. Does
that $10 go into a future purchase, or is just that $10 is gone?
It's gone. You just got that slipcover for it. That was the whole thing. And you didn't know what you were getting either. Like, that's the beauty of Vinegar Syndrome. They could have just been like, fuck you. You just, we told you you're paying for like to help us with films. Like, they could have given us nothing.
I can't wait till Severance starts doing that.
Oh, they'll definitely give you nothing. There won't even be a surprise.
Be a sniff and scratch.
Yep. They'll send you a card. It's like, fuck you. That's all it says.
From David Gregory.
You'll scratch off a lottery ticket. It's like, fuck you. Thanks for the money. Noah says,
when you scratch it, it reveals a limp dick demon. After you stretch.
Speaking of which, he's hanging out over there. You can see him beside
Did that guy ever send you the other? Or he disappeared?
You know what's funny about that? That guy he ain't been to one show since that. Okay. I haven't seen that guy since that. Because I've been wanting to ask him, like, where's it at, bub? You probably gonna send me a damn bomb or something. Who is our favorite working action star? So I guess one that's current, or I guess not current, just still has jobs
That's tough.
nowadays. God,
I guess Keanu. I can't really think of anybody else.
y'all are gonna hate me for this. I feel it, but I'm a mark for Liam Neeson. I just am.
Hmm.
I'll watch any damn movie that guy does.
Yeah.
Like if it's Taken on a Train, which he did, then he did like Taken.
Why would we hate you for it?
I don't know. I just don't know if anybody really likes Liam Neeson anymore. He's done like
Yeah.
4,000 films since Taken that have all been
Yeah.
basically the same.
No,
Yeah,
I like
pretty
Liam
much.
Neeson.
Yeah.
Uh,
I thought you were
Brad,
going to swerve
allow-
us for a second and say Tom Cruise.
No, no,
I thought I was going to say John Cena.
fuck no. I mean, I don't think I hate John Cena as much as you do, Rambo, but I don't seek his movies out. I'll put it that way.
That's tough because action films nowadays, they're just not nearly the same as it was back then, unless it's superhero. And like I've said, I'm just so tired of superhero stuff. So the actual action films I'm more into is more few and far in between. I mean, so it's hard to pick. There may be an action film I like Bullet Train, the year or two before.
I love that movie.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't call Brad Pitt action hero though, but he
I
started
wouldn't either.
it.
See, I was thinking about that. Like, he's not really who I would consider to be that either.
So yeah, it's tough to pick. I'll say Scott Adkins. Say Scott Adkins.
Good pick.
Mark, you got anybody off the top of your? Oh, you said yeah,
Keanu.
never mind. Keanu,
Yeah.
yep. You may have answered this one before. I don't know. Favorite Van Damme movie? Mine's Bloodsport. I got to go back to Bloodsport every time.
Everyone knows what Rambo's is. I don't think you even need to say.
It's either Hard Target or Bloodsport. I mean, for me.
Mine has always been Universal Soldier, but Hard Target's like right there with it. That's the ultimate matchup. I love seeing Dolph versus Van Damme. So I'll go with that.
Okay, let's see. Are we going to see John Woo's Silent Night? I saw it. It's just okay at best.
I'll probably check it out.
Sure, I like to see it. I'm a fan, but I always have low expectations for everything now. So I'd see it.
That's the best way to go for everything now.
I'll see anything by John Woo just because, like, I think that at least it's going to be really fast paced, and the cinematography is going to probably be really good. Okay. Does anybody? I think we're caught up finally in the chat. I think anybody got a news story?
Yeah. So the remakes are going to come. So I should have expected this one. They're finally in pre-production for Craven's classic People Under the Stairs.
I've heard this,
yeah, it's Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions. I like Jordan Peele, but I hated the Candyman movie that he produced. And as simple as that is, and as simple as People Under the Stairs is, I still think they're going to fuck it up. I think Peele can understand like the subtext, but knowing how these movies are, they're going to completely overdo it. It's not going to be just a big house. It'll be a fucking mansion or some shit like that. I just don't see that being good. I want to be wrong as always, but I'm not happy it's happening at all.
Here's the thing too. That movie, the original People Under the Stairs, was, I think, what movies nowadays are trying to be. Like, it was a successful attempt at a movie that everybody's trying to make now. Like, it was trying to make a statement about race and class and things like that. and didn't like fucking pander to everybody to try to do it. It just fucking did it, and it did it really well. Unfortunately, now people cannot be subtle. They have no like ability to do that. They're going to hit us over the fucking head with it. I know that's what's going to happen. Like, so I agree. I'm not thrilled with that idea at all, really. But I get why he picked that movie.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a perfect type of movie for him to do.
Yeah.
I don't know, Rambo. Your thoughts?
You took all the words out of my mouth. I could not have said it more perfectly. And I mean, he's a producer. Who knows how much he's actually going to be involved? It could be just, here's my name, give me a check or something. Here's like 3 ideas I'll give you.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, just do something. I have liked some of his movies he's directed.
Same.
Go away from that. Just, it's now old hat already. Do something to really show your directing, writing chops. I dare you to do a movie without worrying anything about race at all. I mean, Nope didn't have a whole lot of that, but there was a little bit at the beginning with, trying to pander with what the first film, the first film was this. I'm like, cool story, bro. But I do 1, 2, 3 films with none of that, or otherwise you're going to be just a one-trick pony. And you're falling into that. And then the other stuff you're doing is failing. Candyman sucked. I agree with Marq. Your Twilight Zone thing flopped that no one remembers.
I kind of think that you can at this point in the game, you're right. You can get like stuck being pigeonholed as like that kind of director where that's all you do, and I don't think that's any better than being, the type of director that doesn't do anything like that. Either way is bad. Like you're just kind of fucking stereotyping everything.
Yeah, I don't get why, like, you have a production company, you have all this money, you have a big name, and you're using that to remake something that's already been done well. Why touch it at all? Just do an original film.
Really well too. I watched that movie probably about 2 weeks ago. We sat down and watched it again, and it holds up pretty damn good. Even nowadays, the makeup effects don't hold up, but the actual like fucking plot of the movie, the way it's like carried out and everything, hold up really well. Yeah. So I don't know. You're right. That's not a great idea. Super chat from Bobby though. He says, "Hey Marq, what if you grab a movie from your green screen background and start watching it and showing it to us, and after that you put it back, but you put it back, shelf disappear?" Okay.
Well, I'm in a news studio right now, so
yeah,
I can't grab a movie. We're professional here. We're all professionals here at Dead Pit.
Oh yeah, that's what I think of. I think of Dead Pit.
But if Marq gives you a bit of his special cocaine, you'll believe that you see it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so it'll be so realistic. He'll put a little spice in there, cocaine. He'll ship it to you instead.
Dude, that line in that movie kills me every time, by the way.
Red Heat?
Yes, when he just like says that, it's like, dude,
cocaine.
It's like the worst Russian accent ever. Cocaine.
Cocaine.
That's the only really thing that they had him do in Russian because they knew he couldn't do it. Only word he said. Okay. Hopefully never. Ice Ice Speed. By the look of that trailer, I hope this movie never gets released.
Yeah.
What a waste of everyone's time that will be.
Do you think that will go to streaming? Or
yeah, it should.
It probably won't go into theaters, right?
I don't think so.
I don't see how.
I wonder
from the looks of it. Excuse me. I agree with this too. Talking about people under the stairs. Wes Craven was just smarter than most directors now.
Yeah.
I saw
seemed like a nice guy too.
So I think it's Jake Gyllenhaal, isn't it? That's in this. There's a Roadhouse remake.
He's a UFC fighter.
And it got, here's what I heard, it got really good audience reviews. And then
Mhm.
they're probably not going to release it in the theater. It's probably just going to go straight to like streaming, even though like it got like a really
Yeah.
good
Hmm.
kind of test screen. So I don't know. I mean, I fucking love Jake Gyllenhaal. You know how I feel about him. So I can't wait for anything with
And his
him in it.
sister.
Oh yeah. If she was in it, if they were both in it. Oh my god.
She might make a little cameo.
My cameo is, I don't know what, like a fucking fire hydrant or something with that head. Like cameo is a fucking gumball machine. Uh fucking makes me sick thinking about Maggie Gyllenhaal and that big pancake head of hers. What in the hell? I don't like either one of them. But we all know this.
And I think in another live, she must have shit in your cereal or something.
I ate both of them. Lord Cosmo says, people understand his remake is going to be very political. That's what Peel goes for, considering the original touched on subtle themes. Yep. It's going to like be, it's not going to be subtle. Guarantee it.
No.
Yeah, that
No,
was a
neither
great
was
scene.
Candyman. The first 5 minutes of Candyman. You remember Mark, the whole shadow puppet, and was like the cops beating. That was the first 5 minutes.
It was
Like
ridiculous.
Candyman dealt with that a bit, but it was more about Candyman being like a form of Dracula type of seductress, and then you had this backstory, but you beat my window. This is like cops suck. Cameron will kill all the white people. Where the white people at? Cameron will kill all the white people.
I
didn't know that's what Cameron was about. Kill.
It was so stupid. They raped the original story. I'm sorry. Anybody that likes that, like, I don't know how you could be a fan of the original. That story in the original film was so well done. Like, why screw that up? And that's exactly what they did. They didn't add anything to it that was great at all. They just completely fucked it. I'm
think
all for you
that's-
making your sequel or whatever. Go ahead, but it's a sequel to the original, but it fucks up the mythology of the original. I hate that.
That's the movie, Mark, where I was like, I think I had like an epiphany when I saw that movie, and I was like, okay, so this is what they're doing, and like, because everybody loved that movie. I don't know if you mean like critic wise, like it was just fucking like everybody shit their pants about that movie. And then I saw it, and I was like, okay, so apparently, like, if you just pander to like whoever, like the critics are gonna fucking eat that shit up. Like, even if it doesn't make any sense, or if it doesn't really move the story forward at all, or if it doesn't have anything to do with like the original story, really. Like, that's where movies were like, that's when I realized that's where we're headed. And that's exactly what's been happening since. It's like everything is like that now.
Mm-hmm.
So, God damn it. It's awful. Anyway.
That's what I mean. That's what Disney does to every superhero movie. Pander. That's why the critics all give it hugs and kisses, and audiences give it shrugs and middle fingers.
Yeah, that's why it's like you know, the disparity between the critic rating and the audience rating is always insane nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Big
never
old pander
seen Avatar 2. I don't think I ever will either. I watched Avatar 1 one time. It's fine, whatever. I just don't like that type of movie, I guess.
Yeah.
I am Barbara Walters. You're right.
Apparently, I'm Bill O'Reilly. I take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fuck.
Let's see here. What the fuck? I didn't know about this. Did you guys see the new Alien movie is a midquel set between 1 and 2? I think midquels might be the new trend. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's in that? Does anybody know? Has there been any casting?
I think it's all go ahead.
New people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy directed did the Don't Breathe and Evil Dead remake.
Mm-hmm.
Fede Alvarez.
Fetty.
Yeah.
I mean, I've liked some of his
So
stuff.
yeah,
So
because there's that called Alien Romulus, and then there's an Alien TV series for Hulu. Because they don't milk that dry, like every franchise milk dry. Yeah, because I care what happened between Alien and Aliens. I don't.
you're supposed to care.
Hell, there's a video
Matt.
game that already did that. It's called
Listen,
Alien
we need to
Isolation.
know the backstory of
did that.
every fucking thing that ever happened in any movie. Don't you know that? That's how things are. Like,
That worked so
immediately.
well with Prometheus,
Yeah.
knowing that weird skull was a bunch of big, giant albino bald people who loved their black oil from the X-Files. They stole from it. And little, monster looking like a penis, and a guy gets high in his suit, high his own supply, and says, "Ooh, that's so pretty," and mates out for it and gets attacked for it, making out with the alien penis monster. That's what I need if I'm really Scott.
You
Man, I
mean to
miss
tell
your brother
me
Tony Scott, man.
that you didn't like the alien penis monster? Is that what you're saying to me?
Not today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. I don't know, really. I don't know what you were smoking. Maybe whatever that guy was smoking. I don't know what.
I do. I love it when
And
they
then
tell you,
Alien
like,
Covenant with Danny McBride, the writer of Halloween Kills, be an Alien Covenant.
And James
That's what I'm
Franco.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what they need more films. Like, I want to go back to the 70s and have them remake like whole fucking scenes from movies of shit you didn't see, like in Halloween Kills, where they go back to Haddonfield. Like, you see all that.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody wants, man. Danny McBride knows what
What's
he's
the
doing.
movie between Exorcist 1 and 2? Make that movie. Between Exorcist 1 and 2, what happened?
Please don't. Please don't make any more Exorcist movies. Like,
Well, they're doing The Omen next. That's the next big
good.
one.
Good. They can fuck that up. If you do look into the mirror and say Pander 5 times, Pander Man will appear. I don't know this or not. Let's see.
Oh, good old Peter Panderman.
Went from sequels to prequels to requels to mequels. So that's where we're at. Yep. Sigourney Weaver actually came back for the DLC of Alien Isolation.
Yep. It's a cool game. That's why you don't need a movie. They already did it in a game. You just play that. There you go. Move on. Do something else.
Good question. Who hates Alien 3 more, Rambo or David Fincher? That's a toss.
I think I'll take that turn.
Yeah.
I definitely talk about more than David Fincher, so it had to be me.
Yeah, I'm sure he's tried to forget that movie ever happened.
So if the new Alien movie is between the two Alien movies, that it makes Aliens now Alien 3.
Yeah, sequential order.
Yeah, that makes
They
sense.
don't care. They just mix around. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore.
It just blew my mind with
It's so
logic. He blinded me with science. That's
I mean,
actually
that's
true.
another type of pandering. It's like, why does it have to be between Alien and Aliens? Why? Like, what other than some kind of reference to the first movie happening? Well, they don't pass by something. Oh, that looks familiar. Oh, we'll buy it. It was Ripley's cryo that keeps passing by. They go into Aliens. We gotta explain. This is how she got skipped for 57 years. We gotta explain that. Just like that Star Wars movie. How do they get the plasma with the Death Star? Let's make a whole movie about that.
I fuck it.
That
That's
was
one thing I
explained in
hate.
one line.
I hate that shit when they go back, when they make new movies and they go back and try to like fill in plot points that like people have been talking about. I hate that type of shit, man. Just leave it alone. Like, I mean, nobody even gives a fuck.
What was the
that
worst
much.
one for you that did that? Was it the Halloweens? Was it
I was
something
getting ready
else?
to say where they kept talking about him learning to drive and all that shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Who taught him how to learn to drive? Like, in the first movie, man, they mention it. Like, I don't know. Nobody seems to remember this, but there's a line in the first movie where he asks him, like, how did he fucking get out? He doesn't drive. And then, Loomis is like, well, somebody around here must have taught him because he was doing a pretty good job then. It's like, that's it. That's all you needed to fucking know. And everybody's like, well, how did, that become a big thing for years? Like, how did he learn to drive? It's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, that was Rob Zombie's big thing.
What the fuck?
Complain
Just
about
added
it.
himself in.
Hey there.
Well, y'all need a guest. This is the 4th show, and you never had a guest on, so I can be.
That's true. Yeah.
I can be the guest. All right. No,
I'm right though.
In all actuality, my wife went to bed. I didn't have anything to do, so I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" Well,
So I'm curious about because people seem to always forget that though. That in Halloween, the 78 Halloween, they actually do reference like how he learned to drive. But people still keep going on about that shit to this fucking day. It's like, I don't care. I don't care how he learned to drive. That's like the least entertaining part.
Well,
of
that's
that
these
whole
people that
story.
want everything explained now, though. And you got to blame Hollywood for that.
Well, you know
Oh,
what? Rob
it's got a
tried to
backstory.
explain everything.
You
And that's
visually
what we got.
see Leatherface squirt out of his mother
That happened.
in Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh God. They need to. Here you go. Make a midquel about Michael Myers driving license. They can show him at the DMV.
That'll be Rob Zombie's Halloween 3.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they got Rob Zombie back after this last shit. It really wouldn't.
No, that's what the next one's going to be. I predict it right now.
So,
And you speak of Leatherface. They did that movie Leatherface. Why they explain how he got ugly, like he was a pretty boy, and people thought it was the ugly kid, and then the pretty boy got attacked, and then he went crazy, and then got a skin face. And was it Steven Dorff was in that or something?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's called Leatherface.
Yeah, that's
How
one of those
original.
movies that everybody wants to forget about.
More so
And
than
I
the
forgot
Mitch
until
Harris one.
Matt brought it up again. I forgot plumb about that.
Oh, man.
Where would they go with another Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, though? I mean, you know it's coming at some point, but
Yeah.
I just
Good question. I really don't know where you go with any of this shit anymore. Like Scream, where you go with Scream, or like the only logical place to go with Scream is for Nev Campbell to kill everybody, in my opinion. And then with Leatherface, they killed Sally.
Female Leatherface.
Even didn't they already do that though?
More female Leatherface.
Yeah, like they kind of did that. I don't know where you go with that nowadays.
Leatherface that kills all the white people.
Okay.
Leatherface.
Bobby's got a
Produced by
damn
George
it,
Hill.
Bobby, damn it.
Bobby's got a question for you, CK. We were talking about Matt riding a horse, Godzilla World Apocalypse versus Spider-Man Lotus, and Fabio waiting on the catwalk with your invitation.
Nice.
Yep. I want to see this Matt riding
He's
the horse shit.
He's not the only one that's been taking some of them cruise juice tonight, I don't think.
So, anybody got a news story? I think we're caught up on the chat.
Not so much news other than people might not know this is out. It's worth a watch because they buried it for a while. WWE had that Superfan documentary on that guy named Vladimir.
Yes,
and
I
it
watched
like
that.
disappeared. And then they released it like in secret. It's about 37 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth a watch. I mean, it is a dark story, but it has a nice ending to it. I won't give it away, but just to let people know that it is out. It's just they hyped it up for like a while, and then they buried it. I guess because of there is some depressing parts to it.
Wasn't it supposed to be like
there's still a
was it 2 or 3 years ago or something like that, and then they just sat on it for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually heard about that recently on Bischoff's podcast. like they were talking about it on there because it's apparently becoming a pretty big thing in the wrestling circles right
Well, they
now.
did the same thing with the Lex Luger documentary, and they turned it into one of those A&E biography things. I don't know if you guys remember that,
Okay.
where they hyped it up. I think it was for 4th of July one year because the Lex Express thing and all that happened around where he body slammed Yokozuna. And they just sat on, like, they announced it. It never did come out the day it was supposed to come out. And then like 2 years later, it was the A&E Lex Luger documentary, which was great, by the way. If you haven't seen that, that's a killer one too.
I loved all those like that. I really did think they did a good job with those.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, I would love to see that. They're talking about the Vladimir because I never even heard of it until.
Well, get on the cock and watch it, Uncle Bill.
I do have the cock.
It's not too long. It's about 37 minutes long, so it's decent enough.
Has Black Peter made it in here
wonder-
tonight, Uncle Bill? Has he been in here yet?
Well, no, not.
Where's
not
Black
so far.
Peter?
Black Peter hadn't made his presence known.
That's what the superhero movie with The Rock should have been called.
That'd been so killer. Black Peter. It probably would have made more money.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So I want to talk about this real quick then, because I always love to shit on Disney, and this is the perfect time. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but they actually released a movie recently. You probably didn't see it because nobody did, but it was called Disney's Wish, and it bombed horribly at the box office. So it had a 19.5 million weekend. The projections for it were 50 million. So
it's a little off.
All the critic reviews are basically awful for it, and essentially it's another woke Disney movie with that kind of like idea. And
Big surprise.
I think they've just kind of reached the bottom of the fucking barrel at this point with those kind of movies, man. It's time to just walk away and try something different. Like, nobody saw that movie. Nobody even is talking about that movie, and it's cost them millions upon millions of dollars at this point.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever heard anybody mention it. You brought it up.
Never heard of it.
It's been out for, let's see, at least 2 weeks, I think.
Wow.
So, not good. You can probably watch it now on fucking the Disney streaming app.
I've got something to mention though here and see what you guys think of this. So Black Friday, this was one of the, like, last weekend. I've been a Black Friday person for years. Me and Uncle Bill used to go at midnight when it was at midnight, probably 15 years ago or whatever. As far as the physical media goes, now we know what's happening at Best Buy. Best Buy's done and over by March next year.
Yeah.
There were 0 sales of physical media at Walmart this year. So my prediction, I don't know what you guys think. I think Walmart's following suit. I don't think that but by this time next year, possibly Walmart will not carry movies at all.
No, I agree. I mean, I've been to Walmart a few times. I'd never seen a single person buy something from there. And it made sense because when you look at the prices, a lot of times you can find it cheaper on Amazon or another place. And usually, not all, but usually maybe you buy 2 or 3, 4 movies at a time, and you buy one go and you get the free shipping. And then they have those stupid piles you have to dumpster dive through, and no one wants to dumpster dive, swim through DVDs. I know this is a side note. I never understood why. Just get a shelf, put them. At least it'd be easier if people look at.
Yeah, the 588. Well, that wasn't really a bin for us. It was a bunch of shelves put together or whatever. It's easy to find stuff. But that was probably 20 years ago.
Now it's just literally you have to swim. And I've looked through it, and it's like after 30 seconds, I'm like, fuck this. And I just walk away. Because more than likely, I'll probably just find it on Amazon anyway. Okay, no one wants to do that. I think you're right. Yeah, it's a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of time.
They have exclusive steelbooks from what I've seen, and I also saw that next year they do have an exclusive line of them coming out. One of them that's starting off the line is the new John Woo movie, Silent Night, and it looks very similar to the style of steelbook that Best Buy was doing. So who knows? It might go out. Maybe with that line that they're starting, they're just testing the waters to see if anybody will jump on it because Best Buy is not going to be doing it anymore. So we'll see. That's an interesting point, CK.
I just thought it
That
was
may
odd.
be
Yeah,
why
there was nothing. There was no sales in the store on physical media at all.
So I feel like so we all know the major retailers are kind of going away from that shit, but I also feel like there's like a chart of like fucking around and finding out for these boutique labels because they keep raising their prices incrementally, like over less than a year. Usually at this point they're raising them. And it's like, how much can you do that before eventually even like people like us, people that collect movies and shit are just like, no, I'm not going to fucking pay. Because probably this time next year, Severin will be $65 for like their 4Ks. Vinegar Syndrome will be 60, something like that. Like, how much longer can they do that shit?
But aren't there people that literally buy movies they've never watched just because it has a certain number? Like, this is the 15th
there's people
release
that we know that buy movies that they will never ever watch, and multiple copies of the same fucking movie in different covers and like steel books and shit like that, that with no intention of ever watching any of that shit. So I think
do they
it's
do it
more
just to
just
burn? Do they do
for
it just to burn
content.
money?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Hmm.
I just don't. I don't understand it.
I don't either, really, man. I just know that I think it's mostly for content, just to have shit to fucking.
I don't think. I mean, there's one particular guy. I don't want to pick on anybody in particular, but if you've been around the physical media, YouTube, you'll know who this guy is. And he has collected media since VHS days and never opened it. Right? He's sitting on a fucking gold mine. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's just like somebody that's got some sort of special OCD where they're like, they watch a movie one time and then just keep buying it in different formats and never open it. I think it's kind of odd, but
yeah.
It's like the guy who he's trying to get to 1 million copies of Titanic on VHS. You guys seen
that guy? He's got like all those, like
he's got like 3,000 so far, and people keep sending him VHS copies of Titanic. He said he's trying to get to 1 million.
Yeah, he's got a whole Instagram page open and the VHSs and shit. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we got a super chat from Bobby again. Sorry, Matt, for some cringe fun. I know you walk next to Rambo and Raphael fighting mad, drinking
in my dreams
and singing an ACDC song. That's right. My God.
I need to run my nectar, exactly. He always put Bobby.
Miller Yeller.
Like, yeah.
Miller Yeller, baby. It's the taste of beef Mountain Dew.
Just waiting on it.
I hear that.
Let's see.
By the way, you were speaking of Disney. I mean, it made sense. Like the other night, I remember reading that they lost like 20 million subscribers in one night on their Disney Plus thing after Elon Musk had his big old bombshell telling advertisers, F you all, F all. I run this stuff now. My ex.
Yeah.
That was a trip when I really used Twitter. One day I just randomly went on. I'm like, why the hell is it called X? What happened? I didn't realize it. Because I've been like on Twitter like 5 times in a year. I'm like,
I'll be honest with you. Like that's really the only way to combat this shit at this point is just you can't apologize and you can't fucking like say you just got to come out and be like fuck you. Like that's the only way. Because
that's what I would do. But
yeah, I mean, if you think about this for a second. If you apologize for something like that, then that must mean that you know in the back of your mind that you did something wrong. So if you don't think that, then don't fucking apologize. Like,
Well, we
it's
live in a
like-
day and age too where apologies don't matter anyway.
yeah, they want you to
No.
apologize that way that they can fucking like run over you. That's the whole point.
Okay, well, some people in the chat who are confused. Long story short, Elon Musk had an interview, and the guy was saying, "Well, aren't you sorry about this?" He's like, "No," and the advertisers go, "Well, aren't you worried they'll leave?" He's like, "Good, leave. I don't care.
That's what you got to do. Yeah.
I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be blackmailed. Go F yourself.
I
Go
think in
ahead."
a way, the wild, wild west of the internet needs to come back in some form. Like everything is too regulated now. And that's the thing I like about Twitter is it's pretty much uncensored. A lot of it is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not a big Twitter person. I never have been. But you can search for something you want to find on there. I'm not telling you to, but you can if you wanted to. And it'll pop up on there. They don't really, very rarely they take anything off. I know that they kicked Donald Trump off. And that was kind of rare, I guess, but it was Donald Trump. So I have no problems with that either.
Let's see. Yeah, the world's going to end soon anyway. It don't fucking matter. Bug it. He is back though. Yeah, thanks to Elon Musk. Wonderful.
Well, he was gone for a good while at least.
Did you watch the Furiosa trailer? Anybody? The Mad Max spinoff movie?
No,
I did.
no.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's got some interesting visuals in it. I would rather have Charlize Theron, but what are you gonna do? Looks okay though.
I'm not sure, Pressesburg pervert, if I can even put that up.
No, gotta be careful.
I appreciate the super chat, but like,
You can answer that though. I mean, I haven't heard about that.
I have not seen that. What the fuck? Oh God.
Okay, without getting the details, he's apologizing. Like, how would people even know he did that? Is that something you would just tell people? Look what I did. Like, why would you how would you let that know to the world?
Unless he was like jerking it on a Twitch stream, which I guess
If it was on his personal channel, maybe. I don't know.
Was it Jay?
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding.
You gotta be careful with Jay now.
Jay's getting saucy, man. He's getting out there.
Yeah.
Dropping balls.
I would just mention
it's not gonna be too much longer until full dong.
No, I've told Jay no dong on our channel, pal. If you want to do it on Dana's channel, go for it. But
he's gonna be hanging dong on Dana's channel.
We Dead Pit is a dong-free channel.
The little Janet Jackson accident thing.
Fuck. Oh shit! Oh, Bobby's back. $20 super chat. Thank you, Bobby.
Oh yeah.
Look at it this way. Just pretend it's the horse from action movies like Rambo 3.
I can't, Bobby. You told me it was on my Facebook. You told me it was a My Little Pony, and I'm like, no. He put an AI art with me on a My Little Pony horse on my Facebook. And I'm like, that's not in my nightmares, hopefully.
You're a brony.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Bobby.
I saw this too, actually. It's fucking sad. Logged in Twitter X and saw a post about a guy who spent $65,000 on Ruby Rose's OnlyFans page, and she met him and wouldn't even touch him for a picture.
Damn.
That's
pretty harsh.
Yeah, I saw something like that on Instagram as well. There was a guy who met like one of these OnlyFans models, and he's like on his knees and he told her to spit in his mouth and she did it. And I don't think I've ever been any more disgusted looking at Instagram. Just like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
That's a good
He
fucking
paid for
question.
this?
Really.
Did y'all see the one on? It's some kind of like singer or something like that. I don't know if she's that famous, but this video is floating around where a fan got on stage and laid on his back, and she like pissed all over him, pissed in his mouth and shit. And I was like, God damn it, he was loving every minute of it. Too.
Yeah, he was.
Jeez.
He's like rubbing it in like it was lotion and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm positive. I've
Who
never
was
liked
that?
anybody
Chat. This was kind of a famous person, right?
Yeah, it was a band. I can't remember the name of the band. I think she was like the lead singer or something, but yeah.
We got to figure this out. Hold on.
Yeah, man.
One
Her bladder was full too. Jesus Christ. She was like.
You might be able to play the clip because I think it's blurred out. I don't know if you want to do that though.
I'm never going to do that.
Nah.
It was Sophia Urethra. Sophia
Urethra.
Lead singer Sophia Urethra pees on fans' face mid-concert. The cover band was Brass Against.
Anne Murray, that'd be so cute.
Fucking Linda Ronstadt, that's who it is. She pissed my face.
The fucking Anne Murray song, it was in Halloween Kills. She could be singing that.
Oh God. So there's
That's
that. So you mean, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that's just a cover band? It wasn't a real band, so this dude just let a singer from a cover band piss all over him. Fair enough.
During a concert.
He thought she was hot at least, so he didn't care.
All right.
And this was during a concert?
Yes, mid-concert apparently, yeah.
And it was a lot of pee.
Wonder what the crowd felt.
It wasn't just a dribble, it was
a lot.
It was a lot.
Oh, it was a myth to pith, if you will.
And that girl was well hydrated, baby.
She'd been drinking that 820.
Don't you wonder though, like how that conversation even gets brought up? Like you run to the stage, and what you do, just say outright, "Can I lay down?
Come on, pee in
Take
the
a
mouth.
squat.
Come on.
Come on.
Is this some kind of
It's a
financial thing we need to secure?
It's a party.
Is this a fan privilege?
Let's do it.
Like bugging Freddie.
Do I need to pay for a badge beforehand to show to get my special privilege?
Maybe he was holding up like a poster that had piss on him with his head cut out.
Yeah. You ever wonder though, like what this is like? Where did this start? The urine fascination and everything? Because this is the whole
R. Kelly.
No,
I'm pretty sure that's.
I think it was even before him. But like, who thought of that? Oh, this will be some good foreplay, boys. I'll just drink you pee.
Maybe it's stung by a jellyfish.
He's stung on the tongue.
Oh shit. Oh God.
Oh, God, Jackson Jack.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah.
I'm
good
sure
question.
there'd be millions of people.
Ben
that
Grimm
would
wants to
love
know who's the top 3 artists you let pay on you. Go.
that.
This has gone off the rails quickly. Yeah, I don't know how we segue out of that. Really,
we probably should move on.
I don't know how to move on. Really. That's a tough one to move on.
Would you
from.
rather Daniel Harris pee on you, or you could take a huff from her fart jar for free, no charge?
That's a tough one. You got to hit that fart jar.
It's about neither.
Poor old rat hammer. We're gonna make him sick.
Sick. All right. Let's see. Does anybody have something? I've got one other story.
Yeah, I got quite a few.
All right, break it down for us, Mark. Xbox
Sure.
style.
So the Strangers trilogy is coming out next year. We all know it's Rennie Harlan, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
But the way they're doing it, I don't particularly care for. So the producer of this film is actually not a fan of the second one. And I kind of like the second one because it leans more into the slasher aesthetic that eventually becomes in the end of the first film. And the first movie's pretty slow. Not all that damn scary, to be honest. And I'd
Fucking
much
stupid,
rather,
too.
well, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, the producer likes that film more. So he's going to lean this franchise in that direction. But all three films are coming out next year.
Theatrically?
Is that
Yes. So every 4 months, they're going to release a Strangers movie.
Holy shit, that's a
They've
horrible
shot
idea.
they've shot all of them all at once. Each time the film ends, they're going to start the next film with the next scene of that. So they're going to continue right from there. It's like a big 240-page script, and they've chopped it up. And I guess 80 times 3 would be like 240. So I guess each movie would be about 80 minutes or so long. But I don't get
How
how the
much-
hell they're going to pull this off.
how much did the second film make? Did it
I
make
don't
any money?
remember. I don't remember, honestly.
That's a lot of budget
That's what I
on
mean, like-
underwear, on Hanes underwear for them fuckers to wear. They're gonna have
That's me.
to.
Is there
That's what I
was
was
there ever
curious about.
demand? Was there ever a demand for 3 more Strangers movies? I guess is what I'm getting at.
No.
Where did they get this demand from?
Beats me.
I kind of like the second one. I mean, I'm not a fan of the first movie that much, but the second one was actually not too bad. I was kind of shocked.
Yeah.
But I don't think it did that well. Unless
Let's
I'm
hold on.
mistaken.
I'll want to be the red band on this one. I'll look at
And
it.
this is not a remake or prequel thing. It's going to be in the same universe. It's going to follow those films. How they're connected, I don't know, but so far that's what they're saying.
So that was Pray at Night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It made. If these stupid fucking ads would get off my screen. Box office. The budget was $5 million and it made $24 million. And actually, worldwide, it made $31 million. So
It definitely made money then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it made that much.
Man, that's
Well, yeah,
a
I guess-
risk, though. I think. I mean,
I was
especially
thinking, yeah.
3 theatrical movies. Like I could see if it was like a Netflix deal where they would come out every 4 months or whatever. And you may see that. I mean, maybe the first one will come out. It probably won't do that well, and then the other 2 will be like direct to.
I didn't think about that. That could be what happens.
Yeah.
Because like, I was thinking,
Do you
like,
think
what
that
if they
will
suck?
happen?
You got like 2 more you got to put out. Like,
I was going to ask, do you think this will happen with Exorcist since they're doing 2 more? Will they go streaming? Or are they
I
going to
don't-
risk
I don't think
theatrical
you'll-
again?
I don't-
I don't think you'll see another Exorcist movie in the theater.
That was just a stupid financial move on their part, in my opinion. They paid like $400 million for the rights to do 3 movies. That doesn't include the budget of the movies themselves. How in the hell could they? What were they thinking, man? What are they thinking there?
I think they thought that like that movie was going to be like the Halloween 2018, like it was going to make that kind of money, and
I
kind of
think-
set the world on fire. It didn't.
I think also another thing that I think they thought The Conjuring, not only were they success, but they had so many spin-offs, Annabelle, all these other movies. Like maybe they thought that somehow if this movie was successful, they do a sequel, then like they get all these spin-offs, all these other exorcism type of things, and like everyone's their universe, their pandaverse, all that
The
stuff.
problem, though, with The Exorcist is, the last movie was 20 years ago, theatrically.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it did okay. I don't think it did great. The only movie that did great, which did unbelievable, was the original movie, and that was like 50 years ago. So, I mean, you can't put And I never understood that from day one. I was like, what in the hell are they Halloween's a proven franchise. Texas Chainsaw in a way is a proven franchise. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all that shit. The Exorcist isn't. You can like the third movie all you want to. It didn't make any money.
True.
It's true. And it's just not a movie that like lends itself to be a franchise. Like there's not a discernible killer in it or anything. It's not a slasher style kind of movie. It's fucking possession movie. Like there's no way to make that into what they want it to be, I don't think. Mark, did you like Thanksgiving? Pretty sure you did.
Oh yeah.
Although I'd like to smack whoever told me to wait until after the end credit sequence. What the hell?
I know that's fucking.
Oh, you can't miss this shit.
So what actually told you that?
Yeah.
There's like a 5-second clip after, but it's not. It's not
Here's what's funnier about that too, is that the people in that theater were so fucking mad. You could tell that were cleaning up. Me and him were like the only ones standing there, and they're
like, "What the hell are you all
standing around,
dumbass?
Like waiting for us to get out of the way." And it was just for that. Yeah, the high tension 4K I'm really looking forward to from Second Sight. Unfortunately, it's been delayed like twice already, so fucking I don't know. Like Second Sight's, I don't know what they're doing with that.
Well, at least they don't go ahead and just throw it out there like Scheme Factory or whatever.
I guess they keep delaying every goddamn thing. Were they not working on The Hitcher? Did I imagine that? Like,
yeah, it's supposed to come out early next year.
Well, then what is this shit with Umbrella? Like releasing that? Like,
don't buy it, folks. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I'm not going to, but it's just
I was
weird.
going to ask about that. I was going to ask about it because I saw it was on Instagram. Garrett had it up.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying don't get it?
No, definitely. If it's Second Sight versus anybody, get Second Sight.
Agreed.
Okay.
Also, this question just came up. Sleepy was in here earlier, by the way. I'm sure he's not now, but the Trick or Treat 4K, who the fuck knows?
We're gonna talk to Sleepy Claus a little bit later on this month, and I'm gonna call him out.
He's gonna be called out.
Well, they'll do a good job, but if you think in all sincerity what it could have been, either maybe someone last minute screwed them over and said, "Wait a minute, you did not check this," and like maybe someone's like trying to mess with them. I don't know, or maybe it's just something they were all done and there's like one little issue they found. I mean, maybe we'll never know. Who knows?
Yeah, Sleepy probably won't tell us, but we'll ask him.
It's true. We'll give it hell trying to figure out what's going on. The weird thing about that is it's clearly not something with the film because they're releasing that on that streaming service. So the film itself is done. It has to be like something with the features or something like that. Yeah. Best looking 4K that you own. Drive by Second Sight. That's what Carter said.
Drive would probably be mine too.
I'm actually ashamed to admit that I own the movie because it's not that good, but the 4K looks fantastic. Gemini Man is always going to be the best looking one. Just because of the way, shooting it with that, I think it was the Red Epic camera, one of those IMAX cameras or something like that.
Has anybody seen the Oppenheimer 4K yet? Because it's like a 70mm movie, right?
It is.
Yeah, it was. I haven't seen it. I know it. Yeah, what did you say it was going for like $130 or something like that?
The Steelbook is, yeah.
Yeah, there was some news that it was like kept getting sold out. Like the 4K, everyone keeps buying it. It keeps getting sold out.
I mean, honestly, if you're going to buy 4K, if you want a movie that will like showcase 4K, that's probably the best movie I could think of. Like the way it's made.
Cool.
The visuals and that are amazing. Yeah. Are you guys looking forward to Beverly Hills Cop 4? No, not at all.
If you want to know why, go watch Coming to America 2, and you'll know why.
Oh God, I tried. Jesus Christ. What the hell, man? What
Eddie
in the
Murphy just
hell?
don't give a fuck. He's made all of his money. He just doesn't care. Like,
I just can't believe that they got everybody back pretty much for that. And
Yeah.
that's what they did.
Mhm.
It's just unbelievable. That's one of my favorite. The original is one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, you had Eddie, you had Arsenio Hall, you had even wasn't
James Earl
Howie or
Jones.
not Howie? Yeah.
Louis Anderson.
Louis
Yeah.
Anderson.
Yeah.
He was in it.
Right.
And then like a big part of the plot is, you know what's funny? I drugged this guy and had his kid by force. Isn't that hilarious? In the first movie.
No, I
Like,
just
what?
I just don't think that he can pull off comedies anymore. I think he needs to just stop.
I just think he doesn't give a shit anymore.
I
And
know
it's
he
like,
doesn't give a shit. Yeah.
Pay me. I'm good. Just give me some money.
He definitely didn't care in that movie. Mark, you saw it. I saw You People
Oh,
with
my
him and Jonah Hill.
God.
And David Duchovny looking stoned out of his mind.
Oh.
And then there's a trailer for that Christmas one Eddie Murphy has, and Candy Can Lane. He doesn't look like he cares in that either.
Yeah.
That's like coming out.
Sleepwalk through that one.
I don't think
Netflix
he's
is like
scared for a
10
long time. What was the last good Eddie Murphy movie?
Dolomite's My Name I liked. I had him in the Wesley Snipes.
I haven't seen that.
Based
I
on
haven't
the,
seen it either.
Shit, like,
that was pretty good. That was pretty good. About the making of the movie Dolomite. Him playing Rudy Ray Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even tell
That's
you,
a good
man. Like
one.
that I remember
very
being like
cute.
blown away by an Eddie Murphy performance or anything. I couldn't even fucking tell you. That's sad.
Holy Man.
No. No.
Oh God. Jeff Goldblum.
Okay. So here's my last one though. Oh wait, Mark,
Mhm.
you got more. You got more. Go for it.
I do. I don't know if any of you guys have seen. Have you guys seen The Blackening, the slasher film that's like a satire?
The Metallica
Yeah,
song? Oh, that's black.
the black version of The Happening. It's the black
No.
version of The Happening, right?
No.
version of The Happening.
It's a
Yeah.
slasher satire where the killer is dressed as a guy in blackface.
Holy shit. What?
You
We
told
need
me
to,
about
we
this,
need to
yeah.
see this soon.
No, we
don't.
can't. No.
We need
It's
to
not
review
good.
it. We
No,
need
I
to
don't
review
think
it.
that was not made for us.
So it has a good
Yes,
concept.
dude.
It's a good concept. It's a good idea. It's executed very, very poorly. I don't like any of the jokes in it. All of them are race jokes. None of them land. And I think the director was Tim Story, who did the Fantastic Four movies.
Oh,
And he's
fuck.
not a horror guy, but he's like, I think I'm going to try this genre pick and we're going to keep doing more. And so they are. So there's a second film coming out. It's in production. I don't know how the first movie made money because it was so terrible, but there's a second one coming out. So get ready for that.
Can't wait. You mentioned this before, though, Mark. You didn't like this movie at all, really, did you? I mean, like,
No.
it wasn't. Yeah.
The jokes just don't work. They're not funny.
I don't know. There's a lot of movies like this guy just mentioned Totally Killer, where I thought I would love that movie, and I watched it, and I was like, I didn't like it at all. Like, it just seemed like a mess of a movie. Like, and it's
Was it the time travel aspect?
yeah, I think it was a lot of the time, and I just didn't get into the characters or anything. Like, there wasn't a lot to.
That's how I felt about that new movie that just came out. It's a Wonderful Knife.
Oh yeah,
So that's like a
that's
take
on Shudder, I think.
Yeah, it just came out on Shudder yesterday, and it's like a take on It's a Wonderful Life, but with a slasher storyline. And it has so the cast it's William B. Davis. That's right. The
Oh,
cigarette
that right
smoking
there,
man.
that right there killed it for you. Like, fuck that guy.
Joel McHale. Joel McHale.
Fuck, I hate that guy too. That's another one that I had that
Also
list.
in X-Files. Catherine
Ugh.
Isabel, which I love.
Ooh, baby.
Also from X-Files. And
And
Justin Long.
Long, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it, Rambo?
No, I saw the trailer.
Okay.
And I thought the trailer sucked, so I've not seen it.
Yeah, it has potential, but it just didn't stick the landing. The guy that directed it was Tyler McIntyre, Drew McIntyre's brother. And he did Tragedy Girls, which I enjoyed. That was a fun movie, but this one did not stick the landing. And it was very Scream-esque in a way without having I guess the caller cell phone aspect. I know they did the whole thing with the costume. It was because Wes wanted originally for the costume in Scream, it was going to be a white costume, but I think they figured it just wouldn't look right or wouldn't work. Also, you don't want a guy in like a white sheet like chasing people around. Probably wouldn't send the best message. But in this
Not a
film,
good
it
idea,
works.
no.
The look of the killer, it
Would
looks
have made
cool.
more money here in Eastern Kentucky, maybe.
God damn it.
But it looks cool and It's a Wonderful Life. The killer looks cool because the way it has like just the reflective look to it with all the Christmas lights and all that stuff. It was cool. Some okay gore, but the movie just didn't stick the landing for me at all.
So a lot of
Shame, too.
that going around here lately with these movies. That's why I was amazed at how much I like Thanksgiving, because I was like,
Mhm.
"There's no way," and then it actually did. It did, yeah. So Puss Meow's in here, and he just wants us all to know that he came here to eat catnip and take Percocet, and he's all out of Percocet. So just wanted y'all to know
Enjoy that catnip.
Yeah.
Yep. Anybody seen A Haunting in Venice? I have no
Most of
idea.
the
Really,
shit
the
that's
sharks in
coming out,
Venice?
I don't have any interest in. Like, I don't know. I was really bored the other night, and I tried watching that last voyage of the Demeter or whatever.
Mhm.
Oh,
Must
the
be really
Dracula,
fucking
yeah.
It
bored.
was about 30 minutes into it, and I was like, "Fuck this, boys! I just can't. This ain't for me. I can't do it." It's like 2.5 hours or whatever, too, and I was like, "Shit." Yeah, not my thing.
That
I'm
is
trying
rough.
to catch up on some of the 2023 horror movies, but I couldn't do it with that one. I couldn't finish it.
So, yeah, I want to put you all on the spot here about something. Like, in terms of films that you've bought recently, because we've all bought like a lot of stuff. Rambo, I don't know if you have. I don't know if you're into the physical media part as much, but
I bought one thing. That was a few weeks, and then I bought a second thing. That'll be covered Monday. So
like,
I have
what
one
is it?
thing.
What is it that you're looking forward to the most of all that shit?
Oh, the stuff that we recently bought.
Yeah,
The one I'll mention the one thing I pre-ordered, I'll say quick, is the Tremors 2 4K. Because I'm a fan of that film. Arrow
Yeah.
Video released it.
Arrows.
So
Apparently, that's amazing too.
It looks really good. The transfer on that's amazing. Like, this was
Okay.
a direct to video. Yeah, I got a review of that actually coming tomorrow.
Nice.
cool. Yeah, very cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah, the transfer on that's killer. Like, it really is. Fatal Games is one that I'm looking forward to checking out because I've never actually seen the movie. So I've heard people talk about it, but never had an official release at all since the VHS.
How about you,
Mark,
Mark?
what do you think?
Oh, Tremors 2 for sure, and probably The Warriors. I haven't seen that in a long
Oh, yeah.
time, and I
Ooh.
always remember liking that one a lot.
4K, yeah, that's coming
Yeah,
up
that
too.
should look fantastic.
And that has the theatrical cut on it too.
I believe it's both cuts.
Supposed
Yeah,
to.
Yeah,
Not that
Yeah, it's-
stupid comic book crap.
4K of both cuts too, right? It's not just they're not
Mhm.
half-assing it like Scheme Factory normally does.
Although
Don't you
they
dare.
that last house on the left, they half-assed that. I couldn't believe that.
Oh, the
4K release.
2009.
Yeah. So with that, you have the theatrical cut in 4K, but the director's cut, which let's be honest, what you're watching that Last House remake for the kills and the gore and all that stuff, but the director's cut is the Blu-ray. So why the fuck would I want that? And I didn't know that when I bought it, so I put it in, and I'm like, "What the hell is
It's
this?"
a very odd choice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I wonder if Arrow's going to do the other Tremors movies in 4K.
I'll bet there'll be a box set at some point.
There's like,
Please
how
don't.
many is there's like 5 at this point or 6 or
There's
something?
more
like
than that, dude.
I
There's
think
like
there's 7.
There's 7.
Yeah,
There's 7 of them.
Jeez. Poor Michael
Because
Gross
5 and
is keeping
6.
him.
that's kept him like it kept him his house payment for years.
That and the Family Ties reruns keeping him
Yeah.
going. Sha-la-la-la.
5 and 6 had Jamie Kennedy in it, and then the last one had the guy from Napoleon Dynamite in it. Forget his name.
There's
some with me.
Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, yeah. The Partners Month for Vinegar Syndrome. And there's one particular movie that's very interesting that have you guys ever you're like, what is the name of this damn movie? I've seen it and I've actually Googled it and everything, and you can't figure out what it is. But lo and behold, they released the damn thing, and the trailer was there. I was like, holy shit, this is the movie, right? That it was a Canadian
Oh God.
family, one of those deals, like low budget from the early 80s called The Dog Who Saved the War or Stopped the War or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. I've got to, and it's like a kid's movie where it's like it builds up to a big snowball fight at the end or whatever. And all I could remember was it was a bunch of kids and there was a snowball fight at the end. And I watched the trailer. I was like, shit, yeah, man, this is it. And I literally ordered it the first day. I very rarely do that. But I was like, I haven't seen this movie since I was probably 9 or 10 years old. I'll probably hate it now, but you know, it's one of those deals.
Yeah. Yeah, the partner label stuff. I'd never seen that movie. I'd never heard of it, honestly.
Did you watch the trailer though?
No.
Oh, watch it. Go over and watch it.
I did buy the Stephen King one though. The was it like King on Screen or something like that they had as one of the partner labels.
A documentary.
Yeah.
I heard that wasn't good.
Well, we'll find out.
I
I
hope
will
it is.
definitely tell you. So Carter's never going to let us not.
Y'all ready to eat shit for Christmas?
I don't think we need to do a commentary for Salo.
Come on, man. The fans want it.
I don't think I ever need to. The only way I'll do a commentary for Salo, and I've said this before, is if fucking Garrett is on there with
Well,
us.
Garrett will
watching.
have to be paid to do it, I'm pretty sure.
There you go, Carter. That's the stipulation. I think he said he wanted $100 too, so that's pretty steep.
Damn.
Garrett's like the $1 million man. So what else you got, Mark?
Hold on, let me check. You go. I'm gonna check my notes here.
All right.
I got.
The only other thing that I had was this Evil Dead shit. And so I don't know why, but I'm assuming because Rise did as well as it did. And apparently they've decided to rapid fire release like a bunch of new Evil Dead movies. And Bruce Campbell was at a Comic-Con as he normally is and said this about the next installments. He said, we let the filmmakers decide like what they want to do. Fede Alvarez wanted to do a straight version because the original Evil Dead is sort of melodramatic. Lee Cronin was background in drama. I don't think he wanted any winking at the camera, and we don't ever try to put those guys beyond their comfort zone. He says, I would like to see the new Evil Dead movie be an Evil Dead 2 type movie. We got a couple more in the pipeline. It would be nice to jolly it up a bit, but we try to respect the filmmakers. So what do you think about the idea of doing?
I need more egg cooking. I need more cooking eggs.
Fucking throwing eggs in a pan shit.
Semen puking, boys. That's what everybody needs.
Yeah.
I need more.
At this point, could they do much worse than that last one, though?
No, I mean, they could
Yeah.
fucking fart on a snare drum. It'd be better than that.
It could always be worse. That's what I come to realize.
Yeah.
I thought, Chainsaw Massacre 4 was bad, and then they had the Mick Garris like flower journey through whatever the hell that last one was. That was pretty worse. I thought Halloween Kills was bad. Halloween Ends was way worse. It should
Yeah.
You're
always
actually,
get worse.
you
That's
make a
true.
good point. Yeah.
It should always get worse.
But the idea of doing like a comedy style, I just fucking can't imagine who would be able to do that nowadays. Like, you don't ever see movies like that really work, like Evil Dead 2. Like that just
No.
doesn't
Yeah.
happen anymore.
Well, it seems like with the Evil Dead, especially with that new movie, they want to use just the name itself because it really doesn't have anything at all to do with the original movies at all. Even that remake, nothing has nothing at all to do with it. So, I mean, maybe they're just using that name to make like a new series of movies. Sounds like it's what they're doing at least.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'll bet there'll be
Yeah.
one out every year at least now. Like,
God, I hope not.
oh, I guarantee it, man.
Those going theatrical?
That's what it said. Yeah, I mean that was the plan. Evil Dead Rise made a pretty good lot of money from what I remember.
Yeah.
It's pretty
did.
well known in the
Yeah.
Y'all talk
Even-
about that Thanksgiving sequel that's in the works. Have y'all mentioned that on here?
well, some people have brought it up in the chat. Yeah,
So that's not until 2025. I think that's a mistake. I think they need to get one out by Thanksgiving next year.
a lot of people think he should take his time and make a good film. I don't think it matters to Eli Roth. Like it's just
At this point,
needs
I would have like
do it.
Eli Roth just produce it and have somebody else direct it. I mean, he did a good enough job with the first one. I'm not complaining there, but I mean, you got to crank these things out, man.
Here's what they need to do, man. They need to have Eli Roth produce it, Rob Zombie direct.
Yeah.
You talk about a fucking match made in heaven. That's it.
You know, I mean, we always make fun of Saw and stuff, but the thing that they did right is every October, there for about 10 straight years, there was a Saw movie out. You got to get
depend
people
on it, yeah.
You got to get people in that mindset. Hey, it's almost Thanksgiving. Here's a new Thanksgiving movie.
I agree with you. I think that would be the only thing that would keep that franchise. Well, it's not really a franchise yet, but that series of movies going, as if they just released it every year at the same time like that.
Yeah.
You don't think there would be a drop in quality because it's rushed? I mean, I think part of what made that one that we just got work was, I mean, shit, was that like almost over 10 years he had to come up with ideas and go over it with his writing partner. So
over 15 years with 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And most of the stuff was in the movie that was in that trailer too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think if you come up with some creative kills, that's all anybody really gives a shit about.
Oh, God, Fat Rob Zombie's in here. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't understand though why a part of me doesn't understand why you need a long time to make a slasher film. Like it's not, I don't know.
Well,
It's
it is
not
Eli.
That's true. He needs a long time to do just about anything. Find his ass with both hands.
Yeah, we're going to meet Eli Roth here coming up at the Horror Hound weekend in March. It's going to be fun.
I can't wait for that.
You guys got to get an interview.
I'll try. I will try. Seriously.
I've talked to Horror Hound.
Mm-hmm.
They have not talked to Eli Roth. They have talked to his agent. So I seriously doubt him doing anything. It's like one of those deals.
He's too busy making.
I'm pretty sure he's going to show up. He's got the same agent as like Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi and all them. So that's legit. But yeah, they deal with the agent, not the man. So who knows though?
He's going to cancel and replace him with Ted Raimi.
Or Tony Moran.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not pre-ordering tickets. That's for sure.
I know he probably. If anybody was going to cancel, it'd probably be him.
Yeah, he's got like top billing with Raimi. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about this in terms of like top anticipated movies to come out next year. Maxine, I'm really looking forward to. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but like Pearl was one of my.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I liked it a lot. I'll say that. Terrifier 3. I just fucking scared to death to know what they're going to do with that movie. To be honest, Terrifier 3 has become like August Underground now to me. It's like, fucking know if I want to watch it or not.
I think it's very smart that they're doing the holiday horror thing with it, though. That's a good idea, making it a Christmas horror movie.
Yeah.
Or slasher movie or whatever.
He's Santa in that one.
Ty West does like you either love him or hate him. I've noticed
Yeah.
that there's a lot of people that hate the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't mind him. I think he was one of the first guys that really did that. Excuse me, retro shit kind of stuff right
Mm-hmm.
when he did House of the Devil and things like that. But
Yeah, there's a lot,
lot
of
of people
people.
hate him.
A lot of people that was influenced by the Grindhouse thing that did a lot of like, goofy looking shit that didn't look legit. House of the Devil, I mean, whether or not you like the movie or not, and his stuff has always looked that way. Like the look of it is dead on, man. Like it looks
Mhm.
legit, like something from back in the glory days.
Mhm.
do we hate Ari Aster? I know Rambo does. Rambo, you want to speak on this?
No, that's just me.
Conan.
No, that's just me.
I mean, I don't mind him, if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, I think that how many movies has he directed now? Like feature length movies? 3, 4?
Yeah,
3 or
3.
4, yeah. 3.
Hereditary was his, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the closest movies that we've had in the last 10 or 15 years to be a modern masterpiece horror movie, in my opinion. Midsummer, and I've only watched it once. That movie almost gave me a panic attack watching it. And I can't even explain exactly why. Now, the new movie, I haven't seen it. I don't know if I will see it because it's 3.5 hours long or whatever they said. And it's a little bit different take. But man, in my opinion, I think he's got some talent for sure.
I tell you the movie I'm actually looking forward to though, because somebody brought that up. Is that fucking Dream Scenario movie with Nicolas Cage?
Oh yeah.
Like I really want to see that movie for
Didn't
some
that
reason.
come out? Was that already
Yeah,
out?
I think it's out now. Yeah. It just got released. But yeah, that would be the one that's an A24 movie too, I'm pretty sure.
That looks interesting. Also a non-horror, but the Iron Claw. Interesting because of the story.
Yes.
Yeah, that's coming out here in a couple of weeks, I think. Nosferatu, the Robert Eggers, that's next year.
On Christmas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Also got William Dafoe in it. You were talking about that earlier, UB.
Robert Eggers is probably like one of the most underrated directors, like horror directors I can think of.
The Witch is another one that I would put up there as like a very close to like a modern masterpiece.
Yeah.
And that was a crazy low budget movie too, right?
Yeah.
It also had what'd you call her? The Hammerhead.
The Hammerhead, both.
And Taylor Joy.
She's hot,
Anya,
man. I mean,
and
she's odd looking, but she's still attractive for some reason.
That's true.
Mike Flanagan is actually going to be at that show too. Speaking of which, that Whorehound show.
Big
supposedly.
Mac.
He's going to be there. Actually, like
His wife's going to be there too, right?
Yeah, what's her name? Katie something.
Siegel.
Yeah.
Steven's daughter.
Dude. I think Midnight Mass might have been one of my favorite things that's come out in the last, I don't know. I can't even tell you how long.
I'll tell you another one with Hammerhead in it that I liked was Last Night in Soho. That's another
yeah.
I think it's an underrated one. Yeah.
She did good in that, old Hammerhead dude.
Even though she was kind of hammered in it.
Yeah.
She
looks exactly like in VHS, that woman whose head like splits.
I thought that her debut role in what was it? Splice. I thought that she did a hell of a job in that.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's great in that.
I thought it was Maddie Gyllenhaal.
It's Maggie
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Maggie Gyllenhaal's debut was as a dinner plate in E.T. You just used her face as a dinner plate.
I'm just trying to understand, like, what is it about Matty Gyllenhaal that just you hate?
I just don't fucking like
I'm
Maggie
indifferent.
You don't
Gyllenhaal.
like the whole
Goofy ass.
Gyllenhaal family. Uncle
No.
Bill.
She's a horrible actress and she's just fucking weird looking, man. I don't know how to explain it. She gives me
I know. I
nightmares.
just wanted
It
to
scares
stir.
me.
I just wanted to stir you up on it. Get another Maggie.
She's all just fucking. That
Peter
Stewie.
Swaller.
It's a great name. Oh yeah, I've seen it. I believe you're the one that CK, aren't you, that had me watch that fucking thing.
We did a commentary for it. It's on the
Oh, wow.
Patreon page. Yeah,
That's the crazy one of the
Yeah.
craziest damn things you'll ever
Yeah.
see.
that's insane.
Right.
That was like one of his student films too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep. I think
Yeah.
that was like
It's so killer.
I love what grade did he get on that?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good question. Good segue. Will Carpenter ever put the controller down and direct? No. No fucking chance.
Mm-mm.
He didn't have any motivation to do it at all. so
No,
why
he
would
doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I just listened to him on the Mick Garris podcast, the postmortem, and oh my god, he was so happy about doing Suburban Screams from his couch. He mentioned it like 10 times. So I don't think he's ever going to leave his house. Not to direct.
There's an interview where he basically says something like, "All I want to do is fucking play video games." People, leave
That's
me
what he
alone,"
talked about.
or
Yeah.
something about that, like that. I was like, "All right, dude, I'll sure fucking do it."
I mean, hell,
I mean, here's
75 years old. Let him fucking, relax. He don't need to do anything else.
yeah.
No, definitely not.
I mean,
now.
I like John Carpenter. I do. I just don't understand why he's such a grumpy ass. Because yeah, I get it. Some of your films didn't do well. Maybe you want to do more. But like when you looked at when people looked at like Wes Craven or George Romero, they had issues too, but they didn't have this grumpy assholish persona. It seemed like you only heard good things about, hey, he was really nice and cool and smiling, and I just don't understand. I mean, I could joke and say it's weed, but just what you made it. You did
I think Carpenter thinks that he should have been up there with like Steven Spielberg and people like that. Like that was what he wanted, maybe. And he just never did get, he got the horror stuff and he's like a master of horror for sure. Ton of movies.
Yeah.
He wanted to do more than just the horror genre, I think.
Yeah, he mentioned that on the podcast. Also, The Ward really soured him on filmmaking. He talked about how he lost a lot of control during the making of that. He does love Amber Heard. He said that too. He said he'd work with her again in a heartbeat, but just that movie, he had such a bad experience with the studio.
Keep her away from his bed.
Yeah,
keep her away from his
I don't
bed.
think that's a good move. I don't know if you go back and
George
look at
Romero
Carpenter,
got screwed more. I would say George Romero got screwed over more.
Oh, by
especially
far,
in the
yeah.
90s with all the scripts.
Yeah.
The Mummy and all this, and he didn't seem. I'm sure he was, but I would say he got screwed more than Carpenter.
Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff that he
able
was attached to back in the day. That Pet Cemetery was one.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, the first Resident Evil movie.
There's what was the other one too? There was something else really big. But the thing about it is, though, like I went back and watched like Carpenter interviews over the years. He's never really changed, man. He's never been like a happy fucking, carefree kind of dude. He's always had that same kind of attitude and same kind of like mannerisms. I don't know if he's just fucking clinically depressed or what the deal is, but he's been that way forever. I'm not sure like what his situation is. We got a super chat from Matt though. Let's get some super chats for Dead Pit Bo is Afraid in-depth review. I'll start. Watch it.
CK won't do it. It's like 3 hours. He's not gonna.
I'd have to split it up into a couple of nights.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's like 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah.
Well, if I heard a couple people say it was worth watching, maybe I would, but I haven't heard too many people say any positive things about it.
Don't listen to me.
don't-
I fucking hate the guy who directed
Yeah.
it. So I'm not the
I
guy
think-
to have for that.
The two people I've heard say good things about it have been Matt and Rob. Those have been the two people. So I don't know.
Rob pretty much told me he thought I'd hate it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We probably should just watch it for the fuck of it.
I think you should.
Well, I did try to watch The Last Voyage of the Demeter for some
That's
reason.
true. That's fucking. Is this true? It says Carpenter said in an interview he started really becoming a recluse after David Cronenberg blew him off during a Masters of Horror convention. He sounded like Cronenberg hurt his feelings.
I've never heard that.
True fucking story. I hope so. It would be great.
Wow.
In that, ain't
You
no
know-
way. Ain't no way this is true. In that same interview, you've heard Eli Roth's Hollywood hair.
You know, another person that you're not going to hear say any nice things about John Carpenter, though, is Michael Felcher. He won't talk about it in particular, but something happened with him and Carpenter. And yeah, it wasn't, I don't know the details, but yeah, it wasn't, it wasn't good.
Was it the same with Sean Clark, or am I getting confused with Felcher? Am I getting confused with Felcher?
I don't remember Sean Clark
Oh.
talking about
Okay.
Carpenter.
Maybe I'm
that
getting confused
much.
with Felcher. Maybe
But
that's what
also-
I'm remembering.
I don't know. I'm not sure like who represents Carpenter either.
Hmm.
Is it what's his name? Chris Rowe? It's not Chris Rowe, is it?
I'm not sure. I have no idea. It's not Sean Clark. I know that.
Is it
I know.
Justin Beam?
No. Justin Beam just
Yeah,
does
I know.
like special features and stuff.
Yeah.
When you ask him about
I'm just
Carpenter's
laughing.
slip, he just doesn't. He avoids like answering
Hmm.
anything about it.
Yeah, send me that video card. I'm interested in checking that out.
Adrian Barboobs. Good.
That's a must pick up those that Swamp Thing 4K just to see that in 4K. Woo!
That's actually
So,
one of my
series-
picks, though. By the way, not that, but
Oh, yeah.
fucking Ghoulies. That Ghoulies 4K.
Okay.
I was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on here? Like,
It's too good.
it's
Like-
it's like a movie that does not deserve to look like that, and you can see like every thing.
There's a
wrong with it.
scene where one of the ghoulies is being puppeted, and you can see the guy behind something like puppeting it, because it's like a shadow there, but like on the 4K, because it's so good, you can see like the little stick moving, and even the fact that like there's cloth on the inside of the mouths of one of the ghoulies. I was like, it's great, but damn, like it's kind of ruining it for me a little bit with
Yeah, it's a little
with
bit
some
too
of the
good.
stuff. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it though. Like I was absolutely blown away. Like when I put that on, I was not expecting it to look like
Mariska
bad.
Hargitay too, man. Lord have mercy. She was a damn good looking
Yeah.
woman. Well, she still is for an older lady, but 24-year-old or how old she was in that. Baby.
So I guess that's it. We're on 2 hours now.
Mhm.
If anybody's got anything else they want to talk about, feel free. And if not, then stick it in your eyes.
I mean, Black Phone 2 is coming out. I don't think we need one. I like Scott Derrickson. He's got the entire cast back, but don't you guys think that one was kind of a lightning in a bottle deal?
Yeah, I think that was a one-off. They should have just left that alone.
They don't leave
How do you
anything
make
alone.
how do you fucking make a sequel to that? Is it a sequel?
It's a sequel, yeah.
Some other
Ethan
dude just
Hawke
running
and-
around fucking kidnapping kids? Like what?
That's Ethan Hawke. He's back in it.
He's dead, isn't he?
I guess he'll be a ghost. I don't know.
No, he survived.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he fell in a fucking hole. Like a stick went through his leg and somebody beat him. to death.
in a hole.
Whatever. All right. Bobby's back. He says he sent something on Matt's Facebook, and no, it's not another horse. It's something else.
Ooh.
Mm.
It's
That's
fucking care. It's a Care
That's
Bear.
cool, Bobby.
It's
I'll
you with
check
the
it
Care
out.
Bear.
The Care Bear 1-2 punch. There you go. I'll check it out. Thank you, Bobby. So my question is, now that you guys did Thanksgiving, Dead Pit on the Road, it doesn't seem like there's anything in the horizon for the next one, right? Definitely not this year, but I can't even think what even a potential next one would be in the future. Because it's pretty limited when like theatrical horror and stuff, it seems. Unless you don't dread CTC, that Ghostbusters sequel, Frozen Empire.
No, I'm never
Like,
watching that. Dude, Afterlife, and I think Uncle Bill even put it over. Did you not put over Afterlife originally? You kind of liked it. Or
Yeah,
something
when I
like that.
watched it, I kind of like, and I thought about it for a while, and the whole thing with the little tiny.
And we were watching it, and I was like, God damn, boys,
Looking-
when is this getting good?
I think part of it too was Garrett put that movie over so fucking hard that I was kind of going into it like this has got to be like halfway decent, and he tricked me. He Jedi fucking mind tricked me into liking that movie for a period of time. I believe is what happened.
Fucking Hollywood, man.
Yeah, those kids are fucking annoying in a fucking movie. Afterlife.
I still can't
Lick my
believe he
bones.
fucking brought Ivan Reitman, or not Ivan Reitman, but fucking Harold Ramis.
Hey,
That'll be the new one. We're not having Ryman back.
Carter sent the clip of Carpenter. Do you want me to send it to you, Uncle Bill?
Yeah, you.
It's only a minute and a half if you want to watch.
Let's see what he has to say. Yeah.
Let's see.
Cool.
What do you want me to send it on Messenger? Can you get it, or what can I? Because you're not on fucking Facebook or anything.
That's true. I don't know what the fuck I can get it on. Really, just send it to just text it to me.
Okay.
I should be able to do this fairly quick.
It looks like it's Ryan Rottencrotch talking to John Carpenter.
Okay, we got this.
You could tell Princess Puffins to fucking go to bed. It's too late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning almost.
Fucking yappy shitter's pissing me off. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I got it. All right. So hopefully this brings up. He's smoking already, like in this clip. He's like fucking just starts off smoking.
Hand rolled cigarette.
All right, let's share the screen here real quick. Hopefully this works with all these other stuff going on here. All right, what does that look like on your end?
Yeah, you just want to full screen it, and it should be all right. Yeah.
All right, let's see what he's got to say, Bulls.
You obviously get together with these big masters of horror dinners that we see Eli and my buddy Darren and everybody talk about and stuff like that. What
a bunch of bums.
What goes on behind those doors? I mean, do you guys shoot the shit about the genre, or are you guys talking about, having actual discussions about actual shit that's going on in the world?
Well, I haven't gone in a long time.
Yeah.
I went to the first few, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. It was just fun. Just have dinner and talk and insult each other and tell jokes. And then, it sort of became something else. And then I think the night that got me was David Cronenberg showed up, and he's an old friend of mine. And unfortunately, he takes himself so seriously these days. He's an artist now. And literally, he was holding court in the middle of the room. I came over to talk to him, and he didn't even look at me. And I thought, there's enough of this. Forget it. Goodbye. I walked out. I don't need this anymore. And, fine. Eli Roth and his Hollywood hair. Darren Aronofsky, secretly, I think, hates horror films. Let the geniuses go. Let them go. Let them be geniuses. I'll stay home.
Play Xbox.
Hell yeah.
That's actually pretty killer.
That's perfect. Yeah. All right.
Why? I don't know. Why the hell was Darren Aronofsky there? Has he made a horror film? Darren Aronofsky?
I guess Black Swan.
I was thinking that one too. Yeah,
That's the only
probably
thing,
the only
like-
thing you could consider horror.
That's a master of horror already.
He did one,
Okay.
yeah, one that's halfway like a horror movie.
Okay.
I guess.
I mean, in a certain way, I respect Carpenter because he just does not give a
Yeah.
fuck. But in another way, it's like, dude, he's just so cranky about every fucking thing. Like, who knows what really happened in that thing? Dude. Like, he could have just,
I do appreciate him making fun of Eli Roth, though. It makes my day.
yeah, that's true. It's Hollywood hair. Let him do it.
I guess he didn't even notice Adam Green sitting around.
He didn't know who he
Who's that
was.
guy?
No.
Thought it was Eli Roth's buddy.
I guess one quick thing before we head out, since this is the first of these we've done in a while. Just a shout out to two guys sadly we lost, Jeff Burr and Anthony Hickox.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to those two. Jeff Burr did Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Stepfather 2, among many other films. Anthony Hickox, who did Waxwork 1 and 2, and others. I mean, I know they weren't big directors like Wes Craven or Jared Carpenter, but I like some of their stuff, and they seem like nice guys. And it was like within the same week or so.
Yeah, it was. I think Anthony Hickox is probably like one of the more underrated horror directors that there are. Really, like, I mean, nobody really talks about that guy, but he made, I think Waxwork is one of my favorite comedy, like horror films, combination films like that. Hellraiser 3 is good. It's probably like one of the last really good ones, aside from I like Hellraiser 4 too. But what else did he didn't he also make
he did Warlock
Vampire did he do Sundown?
Sunrise.
Vampire Retreat?
Sundown.
I like that movie as well. So I mean, I think that he's done a lot of good stuff.
Jeff Burr, we interviewed on the show back in the day, and we met him at, I think he was at that Darkwoods convention, probably, 15, 16 years ago, or however long it was. Just a very nice, down-to-earth guy, too. I mean, just the best way to explain him, he's just like a regular guy that just kind of happened to make some horror movies that everybody knows, He didn't really have an ego at all. Just a regular guy, really, very nice.
Yeah. So good call out there. Yep.
Speaking of Stepfather, we need a 4K of the first one. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. That Blu-ray was terrible. I don't know if any of you guys had that one.
Who put that out?
I think Shout Factory or Scream Factory.
It was before, it was when it was just Shout Factory, though, right? I don't think they ever re-released it or anything.
Didn't fucking Synapse do Stepfather 2?
Yeah.
DVD.
It's crazy that they Yeah.
I think that's one they could do a box set of. People would be all over it, even if it was just like a Blu-ray box set.
Yeah, I like the second
I
one.
don't understand that either. It's true.
Did the third one get released recently, or am I tripping on that?
Not that I've
No?
seen.
Okay.
No.
Think of something else then. Not that I care, but I just for some reason thought Vinegar Syndrome would be on that or something.
Bog Zombie mentioned Fred Decker. I don't think he's ever done horror conventions, has he, Uncle Bill?
Fred Decker. I think he did. Did he do something in like California? I don't know if he's ever done anything.
If he has, it's been a long time. He's an interesting story too. Like I think the documentary that Andre Gower did kind of like tells his story a little bit, like Fred Decker's story, which, I guess it was RoboCop 3 that really cost him his whole career, but he's got Night of the Creeps and Monster Squad that was made pretty much right together that are both considered legendary movies. And I think he did like one episode of Tales from the Crypt back in the day. That was pretty good too. Yeah. And then RoboCop was like his big, like the RoboCop sequel, and that completely like, You know, so he's kind of, I think he's a little bit, I don't know what the
Pissed
word
off,
is.
bitter.
Yeah. He
Like,
bitter is the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too. Like, that's the impression I get from a lot of interviews that he's done, is that he's just like, and to be honest, he should have been a lot bigger than he was. Like, he
Mhm.
should have been like a mainstream director. He just never.
Well, what I think part of it is too, like I had early correspondence with him, like through the mail autographs, and we interviewed him before. I don't think the Monster Squad really even blew up that much until the DVD came out. And I don't know if it's where the studio made all this freaking money on the Monster Squad, and maybe he kind of didn't get in on that, or what the deal is. But it seems like his attitude has changed since that DVD came out and was like a big hit and everything, because I had heard Pizzal talk about wanting to get him on for an interview, and it was like no fucking chance, right? I mean, it was pretty much
Really.
And I was like, this is odd, because he was like the nicest guy when we talked to him, but yeah, I mean, I think that may be part of it too.
Was it a guess of, obviously not specific, but how long that Pizzal, when he asked, was it years ago? Was it not that long ago?
It was. I don't think it was too long ago, and I don't even know if he ever actually mentioned it publicly.
Right.
That was one that he was like pretty much no.
Maybe he thought after the resurgence, people would be like asking more. Hey, come back, do a movie for this, do a movie for that. Maybe he thought, because of this newfound second life, that maybe he'd be offered more jobs. And then the job he took was writing that crappy script for The Predator.
I thought that was going to be his resurgence, and it didn't help anything.
Dude has like the worst luck.
Yeah.
The Black and Decker joint.
Black.
Shame Black Fred Decker, Black and Decker. It stalls with your buddy Boyd Holbrook, Mr. Weedman.
That's right. I still fucking. It's a little known fact. I have his mother's old phone number, so I constantly get texts about him from all these people that are like kissing his mother's ass. They're like, "Hey, I saw Boyd was in fucking this movie, and like he did really good." I'm just like, I ain't fucking Ellen. Leave me alone. Constantly, like probably once a week, I'll get some sort of text about him. I was like, I don't get it. I should just start answering it like it's really her. That's actually probably a good idea. I'll do that next time. He's doing good.
So
he's good.
How did that happen that you have her number? Like that they text
I've got her old phone number. So like apparently she changed phones or changed her phone number, and I've got the old number that she had. And like, so people that I guess didn't know that or have her old number that just constantly fucking or texting and stuff. Fucking, I saw him in Predator. He's fucking killing that movie.
I'm surprised one time you didn't just answer and have like a fake woman voice. Hello there. You want to talk to Boyd? He's out there smoking.
Dude, the funny thing is like her business, she gets like all of her clients and stuff, like they'll bring her like DVDs and shit, and she'll actually get them signed whenever he comes in, and he comes in on a regular basis, I think, right?
He was in not too long ago. Yeah,
they gave him the key to Prestonsburg.
Which
like,
that
God,
that just unlocks like a door into a meth lab. Use that key.
Yeah, that's the meth lab supply closet.
Yeah. Oh God. But yeah,
does he have to get in a boat and swim over there? Like,
yeah,
I probably
no. Next time I do get an email or a text like that, I'm gonna be like, yeah, we were talking about it. He loves being in them movies. He told me I'll kill him.
Send me some money. I'll give it to him. How much
He
did
said-
he say?
He said he's down on his luck right now in between movies. You want to send him about 20 grand, he'll pay you back to this address.
I was telling Uncle Bill, I mean, he's the one that's got the money. He should buy the Strand and call it the Boyd Holbrook Theater of the Arts.
The Boyd Holbrook Memorial Theater.
I
Seriously,
mean, hell,
though,
somebody
like,
needs to. He's got money. He's in
he
Indiana
could
Jones.
do that. He could do that, but like, I don't think that theater is functional anymore, man. Like, I think
Well,
you
he
have to
could fix it.
completely
He's got the
rebuild
money to
it.
fix it up.
Anyway, I guess we can end on that note. And fucking Boyd Holbrook. Robbie Holbrook is what I knew him as. I don't know where this Boyd Holbrook.
Boyd's a
bullshit
damn
comes from.
stage name, boys. Nobody called him Boyd. Hey, Boyd! Get your ass over here, Boyd. Come on.
Shit. But yeah, thanks to Rambo, Mark as usual, and CK for stopping by.
I wasn't even invited. I just showed up.
That's always fun. Yeah, I don't know when we'll do another one. I don't know what the fuck it's going to happen. Christmas time's a coming. We all got to do our Christmas shit. When's our next show? Do we even have a show? Like,
I think we need to watch that Hands on a Hard Body and to get that over with.
yeah, I'd love to get
Hands
that
on the
over
what
with
body?
as quickly as possible.
I don't
Hands on
know.
what?
It's a documentary that we're going to do a watch along for that is hosted on MailChimp is where it's hosted. I think it's
no.
It's like I think it's old.
What's the premise of this documentary, or do you not know? Then what's the premise?
I'm gonna look it up. No, I really don't know at all.
I look at the title and I just have a lot of ideas.
It's very
I don't wanna
intriguing.
say out loud.
Yeah.
I don't want to say any of these ideas out
Hands
loud.
on a
From
hard booby.
1997. 24 contestants compete in an endurance/sleep deprivation contest in order to win a brand new Nissan hard body truck. The last person to remain standing with his or her hand on the truck wins. It's an absurd marketing gimmick at first glance. The contest proves to be much more.
That sounds like that shit
So
that
not only
Mr. Beast does, like where he has people like stand in a circle for like however long and then win like $1 million.
So they're standing, but they also have to touch the truck too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got to keep their hands on the hard body.
Oh yeah.
That
hands
was
on it.
not
Okay,
what
there
that was
you go.
not at all what I thought that movie was going to be. No,
Interesting.
like a documentary about porn or something.
It's hosted on mailchimp.com. So at least there's that.
I can't wait.
We got a link for people they can legally watch it.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys got anything? What you got going on, Matt? Review wise?
Thanks to people out there for helping, on the channel. A lot of requests coming. Sometime this month, a live stream got a request, Jingle All the Way. So,
oh yes.
If anyone wants to come on, let me know. If not, no worries, because I know it's pretty busy. I'm pretty open to that. Other than that,
Jackson.
What?
Yeah, I saw that. How about you, Mark?
Just another video on something in the collection. I might be doing one on this Necromantic set, but then again, I don't know, because I know these movies are not for everybody. This one is really unique though. This ESC release. So get this. I mean, you guys know what Necromantic is, at least the premise, if you haven't seen it.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
This set folds out into a bed. That's
Like
right.
a real bed or a fucking
So
big deal if it's like an air mattress fucking shot out of it.
It inflates up. Yeah.
hold on. Some of these images on here are not
Yeah.
PG, so
Right.
let's show it real quick. It's a shitload of stuff in here. So it's 1 second. It folds out like this.
Mhm.
and it's a bed
That's-
with. Whoa, okay, I,
Did a titty pop out, Mark?
almost.
Oh
Yeah, I
Lord,
want that.
But yeah, so
Mark, you need to do an unboxing of all like $900 worth of your Black Friday purchases. I want to
He
see
didn't
that.
do it though. We were just talking about that earlier. He didn't go through.
no,
with
I didn't.
Oh,
I got some stuff, but not $900 worth. That would have
it.
been
That is awesome.
cool
Though.
video.
I don't know where you get shit like that at, but like, yeah,
Yeah, this is a
I don't even
this
like
is the
that
same
movie, but I
company that's
appreciate that.
they do have the high tension coming out. It's not a 4K though. It's like a steel book or something. It's a cool set.
Second
It's
Sight also
nice.
has
Wait,
the Inside coming out too. I'm interested in checking that out as well.
that's actually my release that I'm most looking forward to whenever it comes out because I've been waiting on that forever. But real quick though, Icy Twat has a question. Did you that name? Did y'all care for
Look at that
Lighthouse?
picture. It's like an old woman or something.
I love the Lighthouse. It's batshit insane. Fucking doesn't make a lick of sense. But like William Dafoe in that movie is
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm. I know
Something
Matt
tells me
hates it.
Rambo didn't like it.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen it.
It's all about that seed I can't bet you on YouTube.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
Pain in the
super
face,
chat.
I'll put it that way.
Bobby says, "Take it easy, guys. Stay awesome. Thanks for the fun and laughs, like Matt with a sword.
No
You're
problem.
welcome for the laugh. Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you,
Making
Bobby.
Things interesting
Yeah.
for sure.
It's always
I
fun
was
to do
just-
these shows. It's really not about anything, just bullshitting the entire time.
Always
We
fun.
were actually talking about this earlier, though. I am wanting to check this movie out, Alpha.
Maybe we should do it on the road for that.
Is it out at the Riverfield? If
Hell, I
it
don't
is,
know.
it'd be fucking. I would be surprised. We'll see. Mark, what are you doing? Unboxing wise shit and stuff like that. You got that coming out? When? We need dates and times.
Whenever I get all my stuff, I probably will do a big unboxing video. But you know how Vinegar Syndrome is, and
Oh fuck yes, I do.
Always cocaine making stuff.
He's got to break it
Always
out.
cocaine supplies.
yeah,
That's
What
why you
is it?
spend the $800.
Cocaine 'em.
It's just we need stuff for make more cocaine or supplies.
So, oh shit, fucking get laid up here, bitch. So until the next time that we actually decide to do one of these, which could be 6 months from now, apparently, who knows? I'd like to thank everybody for coming out in the chat. Thanks for Bobby Reynolds for funding this whole thing. This chat
yeah.
and stream has been funded by Bobby Reynolds completely. And thanks to all the guests, Mark, Matt, CK, of course. Which I mean, CK's not really the guest per se, but you
He's
know what I
the
mean.
producer.
Tough guy.
He's the producer. Yeah.
yeah.
And we'll see y'all bitches later. Bye.
Give us the thumbs up,
Up you
like, subscribe, and if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a fuck.
I want you to. I want you to.
Okay.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that.
No, don't you
Yeah.
dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. Click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit radio shirts. You can get Last South on the left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows, fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.